What am I doing here all alone? I got things that I gotta do. Waiting for my friends.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's going on?
And good night. What up?
What up? What
What
up?
up?
What up? Welcome to the Salty and Savage Show.
What up, buddy?
I'm Salty,
I'm Savage.
and we're gonna drink and talk trash and other things of fun and merry.
Yeah, we got a few interesting we got some interesting things to discuss today. Random stuff that has kind of just popped into the universe. Back in the Salty Studio, joke for sci-fi fans, right?
That is the non-woke. I can never point on camera.
The Doctor.
That is the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, one of my favorite doctors.
He's a pretty great actor.
Before Doctor Who got stupid and lame and was ruined by horrible people who are kind of gay.
Oh my God!
What?
Are they though? Are
What?
they though? Oh my God!
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's okay. So, yeah. Welcome to the Salty and Savage Show. Here
Savage,
we are.
Savage, your studio looks barren. Where are the axes? What's going on? There's no more plants, dude. What up?
I mean, it's pretty empty. I am on the last few days of the move, the pack up and put everything in the trucks and disappear from California for who knows how long. We'll see. But it's been a heck of an ordeal. I just built a crate for a piece of marble or something just a little bit ago, and it's been my house is filled with boxes. This room is fortunately empty. So
moving across the country, another escapee from the California prison system known as the state of California, run by Gavin Gruesome, the worst human being on the face of the earth.
Simply Green, New Adventures of Henry, Uncapped. All thank you guys for showing up as per you.
We have a celebrity watching right now, though. We do have a celebrity. They just commented. They did their sci-fi dad joke. Johnny Collin.
Yeah.
A very, very, I would say, prolific, very amazing sci-fi writer.
I was wondering. I was like, you didn't say anything about who said that.
And he's just if you jump him and his brother
check him out.
These amazing sci-fi books. You should check them out on Amazon. Just look up. It's spelled Danny, but it's pronounced Donnie. Him and his brother Eton are amazing writers, sci-fi writers. They really do need to think about turning their series into a graphic novel. Because then I'd actually want to read it more than I already do because I like pretty pictures. Okay. But yeah, good stuff, man. Thank you for coming to the show, everyone. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for being here. We got
talk
a few
trash in the chat tonight.
Yeah.
Keep it lively. Keep
right.
it awesome. Keep it, yeah. Anyway,
keep it awesome. Keep it savage. Keep it salty.
What are we doing tonight? What are we talking about? We're gonna talk. I'm gonna talk so much trash tonight.
Wait, he is, and it's gonna be.
I'm gonna talk some mad trash. I'm gonna burn some bridges, and then I'm gonna get the marshmallows out and roast that, and then
I'm gonna take like cinematic video of it and post it for likes.
Yeah, dude. We're gonna be talking about
L's.
The culture war, or culture grifters.
Culture war grifters.
We're going to review a new animated sitcom that dropped by DailyWire late last week. We're going to let you know our thoughts.
Kind of a niche market, the animated sitcom, but a lot of the animated shows you like kind of fall into that. The most popular
dude.
One. Yeah, what?
Nic Cage, Spider-Man? What's going on with that?
I saw the info and sent it to you immediately. You probably had already seen it. Nicolas Cage has been tapped to play a noir Spider-Man, so very like black and white. The photos that have been released, I think that was more of an AI mock-up of what it was, but it looks to be very, because they haven't filmed anything or anything, but very I don't know if you like not Citizen Kane, Metropolis. If you mix Metropolis with like Tim Burton's Batman. That's kind of the vibe they were giving off.
Okay.
Spider-Man noir, uncapped.
Okay.
Hooking me up.
So it sounds interesting to me. I'm a little bit intrigued. I know that character made a cameo in the second Enter the Spider-Verse animated movie.
I haven't caught that one yet.
I'm very sad to say that I have not watched that movie yet.
The first one was good. I
It
haven't
was
got the
amazing.
second one
It was
yet.
amazing. I'm so behind the ball. I'm trying to get my own comic book done, guys. Sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I haven't seen it yet. But I don't know. How do we feel about Nic Cage in the Spider-Verse playing a Spider-Man character? They're gonna do a noir thing. So what do you have the article? Do you want to pull the article up?
That would have that would essentially have him being in the DC universe because he was Superman, was he not? Or slated for, and wasn't he in the
Look, see, we got football coaches
what?
that like to hang out and watch our show before the football practice. Look at that. Welcome, Rever03. Rev Reg. It's Rev Reg. I'm just being a dork. Actually, that's a buddy of mine. He's an amazing human being, mentor and friend. And thanks for watching, dude.
I think we have it here. So this is it. Nicolas Cage, the star in Spider-Man Noir live action series for Amazon Prime. Yeah, it's not just a film. It would not. Oh yeah. So I thought it was AR. It actually looks to be like. Is that some hand drawn? Yeah, that's pretty.
So it's supposed to be live. They're saying live action.
Yeah,
that is the character from Enter the Spider-Verse. That character, I love the character design of that character, dude. I love noir. I'm like,
so good.
Are you gonna do noir, or are you gonna do like pretend noir?
Just like one or two characters are super noir,
yeah,
and the rest is.
So essentially, you're doing Spider Batman. Is it Spider Batman in black and white?
Birdman.
Spider Batman.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm going right now. It's gonna be Spider, because that looks honestly right now. That the character design is a little bit like Tim.
It's Tim Burton-esque, yeah.
No, Bruce Timm's Batman.
Oh,
the animated series.
Yes. Oh my God.
Which I
watched it every day.
Awesome.
I watched it every day. After I got home from school, it was fantastic. It was a great show. The animation was.
It's the best
awesome.
Batman.
It was
the best
awesome.
Batman.
Awesome. Yeah. That's how you put together an animated series.
Anyway. Odds of him fighting, not see that coming. I don't know.
So
Green.
does
I don't know.
I mean, does Spidey? Well, first of all, is there a conflict that he, was a part of the Superman DC universe, and then now he would be in a Marvel? I mean, there's been numerous actors cross over, but like. I mean, that would just be crazy. It's like, of all the people, they're like, no, we're going to do a different Spider-Man movie, and it's going to be Nic Cage. And everyone's like, wait, what? We're going to watch it. Of course.
I mean, this is a live action series, so that's even better.
Yeah, sorry. I keep saying movie.
I think for comic books to really, movie entertainment, to kind of move away from, because everyone's like, oh, it's Superman, it's superhero fatigue. I don't think it is. I think it's just bad storytelling, but also I think the streaming is going, if they move in the streaming direction where they do a limited run series of 8 episodes, a franchise, or 8 episodes an IP or a season, I think will be really good. Could you imagine like hour-and-a-half shows? That, for me and my wife, that really works with us because we love BBC mysteries. We love like series like Broken Wood, My Life is Mystery. We love watching that. Midsummer Murder. Father Brown. That's like an hour and a half. That's the old Columbo model. Like, bring back the old Columbo model.
And 20-minute shows.
Hour and 20-minute show, 8 episodes for a season. You get a full. That's like a novel. That is watching a novel play out.
It is a lot. That's good. Well, this is fascinating. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. What's the chat got to say? The chat has
there's feelings.
Uncapped has a lot of information. This guy is freaking brilliant.
I did not see Simply Green's comments coming through.
Oh, I thought this was really funny. Odds on him fighting Nazis?
Well, we can't say that word on the YouTubes. We have to say the bad guys from WW2.
Oh, do we?
Because we might get demonetized when we are monetized.
Nah, we'll get we won't worry about this video.
Agent Carter does come to mind, dude. Too. It's like Agent Carter meets Batman with spider powers.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, yeah. Okay, I think they really should do it. I mean, if it would be dope if like maybe the background was like sepia and the everything else is black and white or something like that, like so noir, like so shady,
Yeah.
so dark.
Bow
Get
or
like the best
bow?
bow,
Bow?
bow to all who know that Nick Cage will be the best Spidey of them all.
But are they going to be like full noir? Are they going to go straight up like, super masculine hero and the damsel in distress noir?
Yeah, the very
Is
phallic
Hollywood going to do that?
phallic buildings, phallic structures, all the
I don't know if Hollywood has the cojones to be like, yeah, we're doing old school noir, damsel in distress, super like dripping with masculinity, man, hero,
go
just
on.
saving the day. I don't know if they have the cojones to actually do that, even though I think the world is ready. The world is ready for good old fashioned noir flicks. I really do. I do believe it. They're aching for it.
In the chat, Michael Beacon mentions he loves him some diesel punk, and I think I love that term.
Yeah,
the diesel punk term. I think it's super niche, and I like it a lot. And this yeah, because steampunk is earlier. This is really, it would be cool if they incorporated that kind of advanced old technology, from this era, like taking like what they would have, but like because every Batman, he's a few years, if not a couple decades ahead with technology, because he's got so much money and whatnot. So I mean, Spidey here, he doesn't have unlimited resources or anything, but I think it would be super fascinating.
I'm definitely going to be checking it out.
I'm into it.
I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man growing up was my favorite comic book character. Like, absolutely, hands down, Peter Parker is my favorite superhero. So I'm going to check it out because I do like, unlike a lot of people, I like the Spider-Verse. I like all these different Spider-Man. I think it's kind of cool. I mean, there is a little bit of like, you're a Spider-Man, everyone's a Spider-Man. So it kind of is getting ridiculous. But at the same time, the 13-year-old me is like, it's so much fun though, man. I love it, so I don't know.
I dig that vibe and that whole era, the 30s, 40s era for this, this diesel punk kind of like feel is that's when the best axes were made, bro. That's my era. I'm super into it. They had the best axes. So like, let's throw an axe on his back. Now we're talking.
Well, that would be lumberjack Spider-Man.
Hey, can we just say today is our 10th episode. This is the 10th episode.
It is the 10th episode. Congratulations. I can't believe we've been doing this for 10 weeks, dude.
That's absurd. I can't believe anyone would watch us.
I'm shocked and amazed. I want more people to watch us, though. I do, and I'll go into why later.
Wouldn't it be fun, bro, if more people watched these zany guys, salty and savage, here on their own show? I'm going to pop a bottle. That's what's going to happen. We're going to give you all...
show, popping a bottle. I'm just drinking something. I have no idea what.
This is,
If my wife is watching, would you please text me to let me know what I'm drinking? Because it's delicious. Thank you for making it.
Because it's delicious.
Zoivod says, sci-fi noir? I'm saying Dark City.
Dark City. Oh, man. Dark City is one of those that
that would be called neo-noir.
I think, isn't there... I believe Dark City is one of those that has alternate versions. Like there's a director's cut and there's a regular version, and everybody is super partial about which version they like, because much like Blade Runner or something, one has a dialogue and one or narration and the other doesn't, or something like that. I think I watched the one that everyone was like, no, you have to watch the director's cut. I watched that one, and it was like, at the end, I was like, wow, like what just happened? Like,
can I make a confession?
Please do it. You've never seen it.
I've never seen Dark City. Should I see it? Should I watch it?
It's one of those. Well, I mean, I was like a film school guy and whatnot, and it's one of those like you have to watch. Like it's such its own thing. It's a film. It's not just a movie.
I gotta watch it. Okay, I gotta watch it. So Damien says it's a shame they had to recast Cage after OJ died. OJ would have been killer. Wow, bro.
Oh, Norm McDonald in the comments over here.
I wish you had told that later when we need to do our little like, break so we could play the OJ video. So
We'll
please
bring
say
it
the
back.
OJ
We'll bring it back in like
for
45
an hour
minutes.
later.
Yeah.
We'll bring it back. Well, can I pin this? I'm gonna star it.
Hey,
That was a good show.
So this is just so everybody knows, because I'm a bit of a
Well, you gotta say hi to somebody. Flip Magazine's
Hey, what up,
here
Flip
watching.
City?
You guys gotta check out Flip Magazine. She's got a channel on YouTube and an actual mag. Who reads magazines anymore? You should, because holding things in your hand and reading them is really, really good. Check out Flip Magazine. Seriously, love them. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching.
Totally appreciate it. And on the 10th episode, nonetheless.
I know, dude. Zoivod says, I thought you were all right, Salty. Never seen Dark City? Shameful. I'm sorry, bro.
That's one of the that's what I was saying. Is one
At least I'm honest. I'm always honest with the audience, unlike some people that work at companies that we are going to roast tonight. Stay tuned.
It was one of those that I watched the trailer and I'm like, oh, this is one of those that like I got it, but it's also the trailer is also cut like a film, and it's like Dark City, and you're like, wait, what is this about? It doesn't make you want to watch it. So it's one of those that I was like, I have to watch this. I've been told I have to watch this. I'm watching it, and afterwards you're just like, wow, okay. It's not it's not my favorite movie by any means. I think it's an incredible film. It's done super well, much like when you read 1984 or Brave New World. You're like, oh my God, it's so good. But every time they do a film adaptation, you're like, I don't know. I feel like maybe like it had all of those elements. Like it was so good, but set in that very like diesel punky kind of feel. Everything was brown and gray and
poop. And it sounds like poop. Brown and gray sounds like poo after drinking lots of liquor,
doesn't it though?
Low Watermark's just talking trash. I might need a couple more of these and I'll start confessing all kinds of stuff.
He's gonna
stay tuned because it might happen.
It's gonna get dark. It's gonna get dark out. So confessions are gonna happen.
Flip City says happy 10th. Thank you, Flip City. She just had her 22nd episode. So seriously, go check her out on YouTube, Flip City Magazine. And again, we're here to support ourselves mainly, and also you.
Mainly. Are they salty or are they savage?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Who really knows anyway? I mean, who's to judge? But this I saved. This is actually a really good champagne. I saved it. It's actually not champagne. I believe it's a sparkling wine. But this is a 6th anniversary from the wine company I'm an ambassador for. But they started in 2012. So this is a 2018 vintage anniversary limited run sparkling wine that I've saved for years. And
for our 10th show.
It's just, it couldn't be better. It was an anniversary for them, an anniversary for us.
All right, dude. So speaking of,
what are we talking about?
Not to change the subject, but to change the subject now for something completely different. Do you want to watch a terrible, no, I'm sorry. Let's let everyone else decide.
What, like let the chat decide?
Yeah. Let me pull. So have you seen the trailer for Mr. Birchum?
Mr. Birchum, I will confess I have not seen the trailer, but I did watch the first episode, so I can only imagine that most.
Do you guys want to watch? Okay, so there's a company called DailyWire. I'm sure you've heard of them. It was started by a couple of people that I actually know. Not necessarily well, just more in like passing. They probably would deny it. They should deny it. That they know me or have heard of me, even though they have. Worked with one person on a project many years ago. Knew another person in passing because I was part of a group in California called the Friends of Abe. And if you don't know what the Friends of Abe are, it was a group of Hollywood libertarian conservatives started by Gary Sinise. It was a secret group that got outed because, you can't have people that want pro-liberty America constitutionalism in Hollywood. You gotta out those people. The reverse McCarthyism, as it would say. And so these guys started a company called DailyWire, as you know, and they have now gone into the culture war. They're all about the culture war. They talk about the culture war. They're like, we're culture warriors. And they're doing stuff like making movies and animated sitcoms. And they have an animated sitcom, and it's called Mr. Birchum.
Yes! Headshot!
Dad, my teammates can see your junk.
You're welcome, ladies.
If you're wondering when the laughs come, let me know. I am too. Zoivod says, I know Friends of A, but I'm Canadian. Yeah, it was, it was secret for a long time, man. I made a lot of friends, though. I ended up becoming friends with an actual culture warrior named Andrew Breitbart, and we'll talk about him a little bit later. But he was a big founding member of that group and an amazing human being. And I was very fortunate to end up becoming friends with him the last year of his life before he passed. God rest his soul. And let's just keep watching.
Yeah.
First day of school means the bet is on. First one of us to get inside.
You suck, Mr. Buttchump.
Ah, Dill got it.
Oh, that was edgy.
Oh, Mr. Butt Chunk. Turn the volume down just a smidge.
Turn the volume down. You guys
Just a smidge on that one. Yeah. It's just overmodulating. That's it. You should be all right.
Rule number 1, no phones in the wood shop. Fish it out after class.
I found some really great school uniform options to avoid misgendering.
Ooh, what about their allergies? Maybe those theys could be lactose intolerant.
No, we can't say intolerance. We have a zero tolerance policy for mentioning intolerance.
What? Oh my God. That isn't in the first episode.
Okay.
I appreciate wordplay and I appreciate like the irony, but it's like, oh my God. Okay, keep going.
Kid, men were men. Now everyone's wrapped up in feelings.
Real men stuff feelings down with red meat, cigarettes, and violence.
Patrick Warburton. You're better than that, Patrick Warburton. You were putty. You were putty on one of the greatest sitcoms of all time.
And then right after Tim Allen chimes in, he's like, I didn't realize they had Tim Allen on this show. Dude. It makes sense, though, because Roseanne's on the show as well.
Listen. Tim Allen is actually funny. Home Improvement was funny. Last Man Standing was funny.
I've been rewatching old Home Improvement episodes on Disney Plus. They're fantastic. They're so funny and so relatable. Like it was fantastic at the time. I really enjoy watching it as just background shit. It's so
My name is Mr. Wolf. I solve problems.
You know what it takes? Balls. Eyeballs.
He's gonna say that we're too young.
Well, actually, I was gonna say you're too fat. Keep my wife's name out of your damn mouth. You and the geriatric girls.
When does it get funny?
Wow.
This is okay. So when you do a trailer, I'm just going to say, when you do a trailer, you're putting not all your best stuff, but you want to put some good stuff in there to be like, this show's funny. So they're picking their best stuff. This is their best stuff.
Okay, let's get through this and then we can talk.
Gals will be passed out in an hour.
Pass mommy the wine. The bottle.
Don't make this a prison hug.
Richard Birchum.
Birchum?
Birchum.
Mr. Birchum. Hey, Birchum.
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 Birchum!
Watch Mr. Birchum, an all-new animated series from Daily Wire Plus.
Let the record show I'm a dick.
Premieres May 12th.
Okay, so
his name's Richard, by the way.
how do you guys feel about that trailer? Because I've watched it a couple times and I'm still like, what am I missing? I don't find it funny. And then Savage and I decided, well, let's torture ourselves some more and watch episode 1. So we watched episode 1.
Yeah, that happened. We watched it. It was watched. We spent time.
I don't
with our balls, our eyeballs. We watched
on the
this
screen.
show. And yeah, I don't know. Go ahead. Take it away.
Well, no, I want you. What was your what's your take on this? You watched the show. I
my-
watched the show. You and I. So me and Savage used to sit at a bar, undisclosed location in the San Fernando Valley, and we would drink and we would hang out and we would talk. And we would talk about all kinds of stuff. We talk about, and one of the things that we used to talk about is TV, because Savage is an Emmy Award winning. What are you?
Producer.
Sexy guru.
Yeah, that
Man
works
About
too.
Town. No, Emmy Award winning producer for Extra. And I'm a guy that worked in entertainment advertising for 20 years. So we love TV and we love sitcoms. So, dude, as a guy that loves sitcoms and you have good taste in sitcoms, I consider myself to have good taste in sitcoms. How did you feel about this sitcom?
I mean, well, first of all, I wasn't impressed. I felt like what I was watching was an episode of The Big Bang Theory, where they're just doing a series of references or jokes, and then they push a laugh track in to make you think that, like, oh, this is where I'm supposed to laugh. And you're like, but they didn't actually make a joke. They literally just said, yeah, but that's like Transformers. And you're like, but that wasn't a joke. You just made a reference. And this is what most of the jokes
And then play the laugh track
on this show feel like. They go, "Boing," they add a sound effect, or it's like, whoa.
It's time to laugh, guy. That was your,
and you're like,
we're trying to condition you to laugh at terrible, really, really, really cringy boomer right-wing jokes.
There are times where the laugh track like genuinely works. Like when you're like, oh, this actually feels like a moment.
It's true. It's
So
true.
there are times when it feels like a moment. You're like, okay, yeah, totally got it. But when you watch and specifically Chuck Lorre shows, because there's no audience, it's just a laugh track. Watching old episodes of 2.5 Men or any episode of The Big Bang Theory, you're just watching garbage. It's nonsensical ramblings that are just references to references to references, and then something about earlier in the show, and they wrap it. There's nothing new about this show. Everything that they're doing on this show, they did over 30 years ago on Roseanne. And ironically, Roseanne is the voice of the principal in the show. Like they did, like all of these jokes were done by Roseanne. This feels like an episode of Roseanne if you followed one of the kids to school, and then, you know, like his step uncle was the teacher, or was, you know, Mr. Birchum or something. I mean, it's
so
just
how many times did you laugh in 22 minutes of watching this animated sitcom? How many times did you actually chuckle, guffaw, maybe even like a little internal laugh? Like sometimes my wife tells a joke and I kind of laugh to myself and she's like, that was funny. And I'm like, I'm laughing. She's like, not hard enough. But I wasn't laughing at all.
I watched it by myself, and really that's the best litmus test, because you know, when you have your loved one next to you and they're like, ha, you're like, yeah, okay, I guess that was pretty funny, you know, and you want to join. The only people who have good takes on sitcoms are those who say they all suck.
That is true. That is true. But this one, did you think it sucked?
I mean, when the intro song came on, it was all and I was like, wait a minute, this is the Friends intro. What did they did a sound alike Friends track with no song, with no lyrics, and that's the intro song. And I was like, are you fucking serious? They did a sound alike? Like it's the same. It couldn't. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's very clear that this show was built for a specific audience, for a bunch of talking points. It's, you know, Adam Carolla is the star, and it's like he couldn't be more like this whole thing couldn't be more boomer mentality. And Adam Carolla isn't a boomer as far as I know.
Carolla. I actually like Adam Carolla. I you know, when I was younger, me and my buddies used to watch the Man Show and laugh our asses off because we were, you know, teenagers and dumb.
And a bunch of these jokes were on the Man Show.
Okay, so here's my biggest issue. I'm watching this animated show. First off, you never do an adult animated sitcom and have the human characters with 3 fingers. Don't ever do that. Don't do it. It's terrible. It's awkward. I don't like it. As an artist and someone that worked at Disney, stop it. It's terrible. But the thing when I was watching the credits and I'm looking, I'm like, oh, okay. So the animation isn't bad. Like the animation looks a little bit like Seth MacFarlane's retarded cousin animated it.
Yeah, it looks like what he
Hence why you
what
get
he
the three
sent
fingers, right?
to a test audience.
I see all these names scrolling. Storyboard artist, character design, all the different production, animation, lead
Go
animator.
on.
And it's all these like names, and they're all very
Unique
Spanish,
names?
very Spanish names.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, but not Spanish like, oh, South America or Spanish, Mexico. No, Spanish Spain. Spanish Spain.
Like
And then I see
Castilian.
the
Like
production
actual.
company. I see the production company, and I look up production company. Production company located in Spain. Storyboard artists located in Spain. Character designers located in Spain. All of this. So I ask you this: if you're a culture warrior, and I'm gonna do a culture warrior, and I'm gonna fight against the woke left in Hollywood and all the wokeness that they're doing.
Oh man, I
And
can't
the
believe.
first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my animated series and have all the visual creative, from storyboarding to character design to all of it, and I'm gonna
Outsourced.
send it overseas to a communist country that doesn't even have the traditional values that I'm trying to espouse.
I don't think they're
Are
communist.
you a
but
culture warrior, or are you a culture grifter? And that's what upset me. So it wasn't the fact that, I don't know, this show's already been done. Tim Allen did it. It was called Last Man Standing, where you have the really masculine guy, and he's got the tomboy daughter, and he's got the wife that's kind of, a
That's
little
one of
bit liberal.
That was one of my other gripes, is that they've gone with this trope that it's like, you want to tell women to like be women, and like, be assertive and like get good in business, and like, but also at the same time be in the kitchen. But they celebrate so much the daughter. They want the daughter who is just like, oh, I want to do woodworking just like dad. But then in the first episode, the daughter, who wants to be just like dad, and it's like exactly what dad wants, she chains herself to a fireplace that her mother, who's a real estate
So she's a
person, is refinished
protester?
because she wants to protect the wood, because the wood is so beautiful. So immediately you're like, oh, well, I get it, because the wood's beautiful. But also, like, wait a minute, you're so against, you're like, this is everything that you're against, and your daughter, the character that is like, oh, this is his equivalent, because the son is just a shitty slacker fucking I play video games, and he's like a Twitch streamer or something. He gets chicks, but he's absolutely a fucking tool. But nonetheless, women do like one. But nonetheless, it was like this weird reversal of, I love the girl to be butch when she's my daughter, but when she's an adult, she can get fucked. And it's like, okay,
Dude, it was so like,
it was
you
just really
don't-
weird.
So
And the source that it was coming from, I was like, okay, so like there's certain things that like are gonna, and it was just bad. It wasn't even well done. Like, you could do so much better. There's so many better jokes. There's so many better ways of doing it. There was even a particular scene where you and I were thinking that if they had just adjusted the scene just a little bit, it actually would have been better. But nobody took the time to do rewrites, or I don't know, maybe have the actors work with each other to actually work on the lines.
so that's my next point. My next point is, so when you're doing an animated sitcom, there's a couple of things that you really have to do. And if you don't do it, it's not going to be good, and it's not going to be funny. Three things. Writing. Got to be good. And when you're writing comedy, you're not writing a rough draft, a first draft, a second draft, a third draft. You're editing that thing so much, because jokes don't happen easily. Okay. They just don't. You got to write it. You got to write it. Like, listen to any Jerry Seinfeld interview. Writing jokes is serious. The second thing you have to have is you have to have your storyboard artists on site, working hand in hand closely with your writers. And the best thing that you need to do is you need to have a writer's room. A writer's room is where the writers hang out, and the storyboard, when you're doing animation, the storyboard artists are right there in the room, because storyboard artists kind of work as writers as well, because they're visually writing something. They're just drawing that out. And you have to have your storyboards on the freaking wall with the script and the dialogue written right underneath the storyboard, and you're figuring that out and you're editing that crap and you're redrawing that. And anybody that's ever worked on a show, worked on anything comedic, whether it's a 4-minute thing to a 30-minute thing, knows this. I mean, this is how Disney writes their movies. And then the third thing you need for comedy is you have to have a table read. A table read is when the actors come together and they sit down at a table in a conference room or whatever.
Scissor or something. I don't know.
And they read the script and they act it out and they do improv and they kind of figure it out what they're doing.
I've been to
None of this happened, man.
I've been to
None of this happens.
A Simpsons table read, and you'd be amazed how much change and dynamic stuff happens just in that read. Like the episode that I watched the table read and saw some and sat for some of the discussion, and then watched the episode months later because they do these things months in advance because they need to change so much. And the amount that changed in the episode and based on the feedback just in the room was so fascinating. And it's like that it was very clear, like you're saying, that these people never melded. Like these actors were just like, I'm going to do my lines into a microphone and somebody will fucking figure it out.
Because Daily Wire, everything Daily Wire does is a product. It's
made for clicks and advertisements.
And this is the problem with conservatives getting involved in culture is they treat the arts like making widgets in a factory, and they're like, capitalism, man, I got to get the best deal. I got to do the best thing for the profit margin and this and that. And there is no love and there is no care for what they're doing. And that's how you tell that it's a freaking grift, man. Because if you actually care about the culture, you don't go, I'm a culture warrior. You just do it. You just make something great, and you try to make something great. And you do that by doing the best that you can and actually mimicking what has worked in the past, not being like, well, we're gonna cut margins and lower budgets by having everyone live across the country and phone in their performance on their computer. Like basically everybody decided that I'm going to sit at my computer like I'm sitting at my computer right now, and I'm just going to read my lines and then send that in. No table read. And the fact that you send out the storyboards to Spain, so some guy that doesn't even speak English as his primary language is somehow going to translate the script.
He never sat in a room with anybody who has done this. They maybe talked like this over a call, but it's like, come on, man.
And I would have been there as a showrunner. No habla español, estúpido gringo.
It's like
why am I working with a Spanish storyboard artist?
When I worked with an editor at Extra, even when like there were moments when I had to work remote during the pandemic, obviously it happens, but there's nothing replaces standing behind the editor and being able to watch not only the the feed out or what it is, the playback, but the edits. Like I can see the edits, and because I used to edit audio and I used to edit video and I used to do all these things, I can be, and there's nuances and little things I can be, oh, you know what we should do? Let's bring the music in a little earlier, fade out of that photo because we want to get right into that video because the video is the new stuff. And there's so many different things that change in the edit. That's me editing a 1 and 30-second package that's going to go within a 22-minute show. That and nobody may even fucking give a shit about this little segment.
Yeah.
But they sent their entire show out to people to cut it together and animate it. That they're not even here. They may not even speak the same language. And granted, translation, and a lot of people in Europe speak English. Like you can't, harp on that. Like it's pretty goddamn impressive. But at the same time, if you look at the animation, it's like, oh, guy points, guy brings hands to chest, guy does this, guy moves down. Good boy. Like all the animation is simple. It's not dynamic. Nothing is going on. Like not only are they not reinventing the wheel, but they're not even producing like anything worth actually producing. It's a series of jokes that could have gone into like a 12-year-old's stand-up act, for his parents, because they think it's hilarious around turkey time to watching little Bobby. He does this stand-up act where he just, oh man, at least the dog gets me. Look, I can waste all your time.
Like, I'm gonna tell you something, Nestor. I will criticize mediocrity,
No, I know Nestor's joking. Yeah, that's right. How dare we criticize mediocrity? Bro, this isn't even mediocrity, okay? This isn't even idiocracy. This is just shit. And I'm tired of these conservatives giving us shit that they half-assed, that they probably spend as much time as I do taking a shit, which is, depending on who you are, could be long or short, but they spend that much time and then they try to pass it off as like, because they know there's a disenfranchised market that's tired of being preached to with the left-wing bullcrap, that's tired of all the weird crap and the garbage where they're trying to like completely, totally change the meaning of words and everything.
You need to say like this and say this instead of this now.
Like I get that. So they got all those people that are like really, really frustrated. So they're like, we have a market. So I will say, full disclosure, come at me if you want to with your NDAs. I've been in meeting rooms with some of these people at some of these companies where you're literally talking to the top brass and they're saying, it doesn't matter what we make. It doesn't matter how good it is. They will buy it. We just need to make something.
Buy. Just make content and put it out there because they're eating all of it. Nom, 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 nom.
And so I'm out here saying, I'm going to burn a bridge. I got my marshmallows ready. I got my Hershey's chocolate, my graham crackers. I don't care anymore. I'm so freaking over it, dude.
It's like, pretty grifty.
It is okay. I try not to cuss, but I cuss sometimes. It's a fucking grift. And I was very positive on Daily Wire. I was really, really positive on Daily Wire. But the stuff that I continue to see from them, the fact that Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh with his soft, supple hands and his dyed beard, Michael Knowles, who wishes that he was the Christian Hugh Hefner, who's a failed actor, none of these guys have ever, in their entire existence on YouTube, has taken 1 second to platform, promote, or highlight any creator making really good stuff. And there's a lot of people out there making really good stuff. They care about the culture, but they never let you know about the culture being made all around us all the time.
Make sure to like and subscribe to everything that we're doing. Don't care about anybody else.
They never do. They never for 1 second say, hey, you know what? You know who does? In all fairness, Andrew Klavan, he will have authors on, he'll have other people on where he'll use his time to talk to them and highlight their book. So that's one guy at the Daily Wire, but he's one guy doing a show once a week. The rest of them, it's a freaking grift. It's always me, myself, and I, me. It's always about them. And then they give you this crap and then they're animating it and doing the storyboards and everything else overseas.
Dude,
F you, dude. F you, man.
That's the rough thing. It's like when your entire platform is just waving a flag and everybody stands on top of that flag. Dude. Like everybody, that's the basis for everything. Is like, why don't we get back to like the real fucking America, the real fucking, come on, the fuck, like, oh, I shouldn't have to say this, shouldn't have to do this. What's really going on right now? Hold on. I'm just asking questions here. Hold on. What's really going on right now? But the first thing they do when they're like, oh, we're going to make an animated show, they're like, well, let's make sure we pay like the white guys that, we have like voicing it like really well. But then like, I don't know, animate it and send it overseas or something like that. Like, I don't know. How can we save money? Because we need the money and we really don't fucking care because whatever we put out, they're going to eat it up like fucking Miss Pac-Man.
What about Dana Salty? Dana Lash is a friend of mine, and she does that. She had me on her show to talk about my book, Silence Do Good. Check it out. It's on Indiegogo. Her and her husband have always been supportive of, and I'm glad you brought that up, Zoivod, because Dana was a mentoree of Andrew Breitbart. So was Ben Shapiro. So were a lot of people, Jeremy Boring. So were a lot of people at Daily Wire. Daily Wire exists because Andrew Breitbart happened. Andrew Breitbart he made Steven Crowder he helped make Steven Crowder a thing. He helped make Dan Lash a thing. He helped Ben Shapiro become a thing. Andrew Breitbart was so about exposing creatives that were more conservative leaning, more libertarian leaning, that he was always trying to find people to connect with people. He was like, I remember when I hung out with Andrew Breitbart at the bar that we would hang out at. And he was like, bro, dude, your kid's book, Kiko the Brave Little Bat, is so good. I'm gonna set you up with Adam Sandler's buddy, and we got to get this thing animated. You know, that was him. That was what he was always trying to do. He's always trying to figure out a way to get people exposed so that they get them recognition so that they can make their thing, because he was all about that. And then those assholes that went on to make Daily Wire forgot that, and they tout Andrew Breitbart and they say, oh yeah, and they never do it. Dana Lash does it. Larry O'Connor does it. There's a lot of people attached to Andrew Breitbart that do it, but Daily Wire, fuck you guys. You guys are grifters, man.
Grifting.
Sorry.
Like, and you can, and it's not even about if you disagree with their politics or not. It's so more than that. It's the same thing that CNN does with the fucking left. It's like, it's all like, they're like, oh, there's breaking news. You know, one time I was watching real quick. Sorry. Yeah.
Low watermark. We love having you here, dude. Thanks for coming, man. Have a good night, dude.
Pleasure.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Really appreciate it. I was watching CNN one day, and I think it was like Wolf Blitzer or something. I think I was at work, and we needed to have, liberal media on because that's what we're doing. So I'm chomping away, and it's like Wolf Blitzer, and it's like, oh, breaking news. And like they cut from Wolf Blitzer. They're like, we interrupt your regular program for like breaking news, like as if they're going to send it to like another studio where they're like, we just got this in, and they just cut right back to Wolf Blitzer. And they're like, oh, this just in, blah, blah, blah. It's like, wait, what just happened? This is your show though. Like you didn't, like it was as if they set it up and they're like, oh my God, look at us. Look at our coverage. Oh, we're going to send it right back here. Not to mention that when they do like a remote and they're like, oh, we're out of this court case. Who are we going to talk to? And then they bring on, Nancy, what's her face, and she's sitting in one spot, and then they're like, oh, we need to bring on so and so, and then she's sitting in another spot, and you're like, wait, look at the background. Those two people are sitting about 3 feet away from each other. Why the fuck aren't they just on the same camera sitting next to each other? The whole thing is a fucking lie. The whole thing is horseshit just to feed it to whomever is eating. And the Daily Wire is doing their particular job on the heavy conservative side, the people that just eat up anything that Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh says. And to be fair, I was introduced to Matt Walsh via the What Is a Woman, the documentary or whatever. And I was actually kind of really impressed at his reservation and the way that he presented himself, because it was he couldn't have been more stone cold. And he was like, I just want to know, get the answer. And people, especially anybody who's even slightly liberally biased, we're like, I feel like you're coming in here with ulterior motives. And you're like, well, how about you just answer the fucking question honestly? Like, why don't you're the head of women's studies at this college. Why don't you answer this question? You're the expert. And that's really and I thought that was quite unique and very well done. I don't necessarily love the shoe shine that he puts on his beard and everything like that. And now he's like, this is definitely who I am. So, and maybe he talks like that.
You're a closeted homosexual without saying you're a closeted homosexual.
Whoa. All right. I didn't mean to jump into the latent homosexuality this quick.
He gets like a manicure and he dyes his beard, and then he's constantly trying to convince us that he's super manly by how he drinks his whiskey.
My wife makes me sandwiches.
And it's like, bro, I know you're a fagula. I get it. Like you want to have the sex with men.
The whole thing's a grift. We're definitely in agreement, because they're good at what they do. They are good at what they do, but it's fucking bullshit.
They're good at what they do, like a high schooler gets an A on a paper.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. They're great at the, oh, hey, you did a freestyle art. And that's freestyle art. Great work. They're making content that people are watching. And because people are watching, people then
disenfranchise people who are very disgruntled from woke Hollywood, baby blood drinking, all that. Yeah. And so there's a market there and they're gobbling it up. And rather than do something great and do something meaningful and do something that could actually appeal to people on the fence or people who don't even know how terrible and toxic you are, you just phone it in, you outsource it, and have some other communist foreign language speaking company do a large part of the creative for you because you suck.
Imagine
you suck.
Imagine
and you're a piece of shit, Ben Shapiro. I'm sorry. You're a little midget.
With these face swaps they can do. Imagine if it was like they just wrote a script that like, this is the Ben Shapiro show, and they fed it to some Vietnamese guy who stands in front of a thing, and then they just read it via AI, and they put his face on this. Ben Shapiro isn't even working. He's making money, and he's outsourced his own sitting in his thing. That's actually a guy in Vietnam. These are truth. This is totally the truth. This is actually what's going on.
The thing that's funny about Ben
he's
Shapiro,
not even on camera. It's actually a Vietnamese woman.
I don't know how people listen to that guy. He's wrong about everything, and every time he makes a prediction, he's wrong. He's seriously, while everyone's like, he's so smart, he graduated from UCLA at 16 and stuff. He's like, hey, you're pretty smart. But you're also the dumbest smart guy I've ever known, because you're wrong about everything. And I will say this, as my friend Michael Walsh often says, I don't listen to prepubescent little boys about anything. And that is everything that ever needs to be said about Ben Shapiro.
Opinions.
And Michael Walsh is one of the greatest American writers of this century. Anyway, but I do want to highlight something. Speaking of writing and comic books, I got this in the mail today, so I have not read it yet, but I'm excited.
Bring it slightly back to you.
Yeah, this is from my friend Justin Sweet and Luke Stone. Luke Stone is kind of the guy that's been running Fund My Comic. And then Justin Sweet is a great writer from Tennessee, my new home state.
Take it out of the plastic.
I will say, how do you guys feel about tape on the back? How do you guys feel about tape on the back? I don't like tape on the back because I'm always scared to open the comic and then slide it out. The tape. So I send my books without tape on the back because I want you decide. But if you want me to start sending my book with tape on the back, I will do it because I am a slave to you. But I'm excited to read this. The art looks really good. I love this cover. I think we got a link in the chat for Chrome Dog #1. And Justin Sweet, he's a really good guy. He does a stream on Monday nights on Matt Barr's channel. You should check it out. But I'm excited to read this. I just got it in the mail. Check it out, though, guys. Chrome Dog. Seriously.
Chrome Dog.
Ooh! So we got Michael Beacon, who also has his own comic book. And speaking of Michael Beacon, I want to have you on once.
He's been dropping some truth in the chat.
Michael Beacon is great. He's a comic creator. He's an artist and writer. Justin K. Sweet is his editor. So that's freaking cool, man. Seriously, dude. So check it out. So Justin Sweet's a really, really base guy. I like that guy a lot. I really do. And Justin, I'm excited to read this, bro. Seriously.
So how long is there a process when you get a new comic? Kind of like, when you used to get like a new record or a new tape or something, you like go home and you take the plastic off and you read the liner notes. And then after you get through like the first bit, you put it in the thing or put it on the turntable and then you play it and kind of sit there and like do your thing. Is there a ritual pre-comic other than just like pop it and rip it? Or is it like I got to wash my hands. I want to make sure I don't mess it up. I want to pull the tape off. You rub it all over.
No, there's no ritual. What are you talking about? You're a cultist? Are you a homosexualist? What's going on?
No, I was just wondering if you were
wrong with that.
I was just wondering if you were.
Yeah, well, I might be
a
little bit.
You're the one. I don't know what you're talking about.
I will tell you, I'm very gay for my wife.
Oh, dude, that's understandable.
No ritual. There's no ritual. My biggest thing is like, I don't want to get that tape on the cover. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm always like, I like the tape for when I'm not going to read it again because I'm collecting it.
You peel it and fold it so the tape isn't.
Yeah, I'm all careful. I have to first I don't want to rip the tape or the plastic, and then I do this. I fold it back, and I'm like, let me crease it a little bit, and then I'm like,
the tape is too sticky. You might crease the comic as you're trying to pry it open.
Yeah, and then I do that. I got to do that. Oh, and then I pull it out.
That's a
Arrow sick Comics has a dude. Do you guys think that Do Good should be on Arrow Comics, or should we keep it on Turkey Robot? What do you guys think? I love their logo. I really do. Arrow Comics has got a great logo. This is a really good indie company that's trying to help indie creators get their.
Turkey's got a great logo.
I know, but this logo is great, man.
It
But
is.
Arrow Comics is good. They're trying to get indie creators like Justin and Luke to get some recognition and get them in comic book stores. So that's kind of cool. These colors, dude.
Henry says turkey. Turkey robot.
Right.
Press it down clean.
Press it down clean.
That's what I was talking. And it wasn't. I wasn't being like as ridiculous, like ritualistic, like a
No,
Vine.
I'm just
But
teasing. I'm being an
whoa,
asshole.
look at that art.
Yeah, the art looks great. The colors are fantastic.
Whoa.
It seems like a really fun and interesting
looks-
story, man.
A couple of those frames look like a Metroid almost.
Oh yeah, no, it's dude,
kinda-
it's seriously like Luke penciled this, Luke Stone, and it's like, yeah, you totally played video games growing up. You're Gen X or like millennial, Zennial,
YS or
and
whatever it is.
read a lot of '90s comics and played Metroid for sure. Yeah, these colors and the colors,
Mega
are-
Man and
colors are
Metroid.
good, dude. I would say check it out, man. For real. I'm excited about it.
What else? What else? I mean, dude, I gotta say, I'm so stoked to be like moving out of California. It's a lot of people are. I've lived in California my entire life. I
Yep.
absolutely love this place.
Where were you born again?
I was born in Berkeley.
Berkeley, where all the hippies are from.
I was born in Berkeley, and my mother was very much like one of those hippies, but my dad is very much not. So
I've seen the Birkenstocks, people. I've seen the Birkenstocks, and I've smelled the patchouli.
Oh God, it's terrible. Just don't even go. But nonetheless, I've lived in California my whole life, and it's a big thing. But you know, I'm with the woman I love, and we're gonna go I just send her text messages around through the day. I'm like, can't wait to start our new life. As if it's something that extreme, but nonetheless, it's so awesome. I'm so excited I'm gonna be closer to you.
Mhm.
We're gonna be in the same time
The
zone.
same time zone again. Once again.
Yeah, I feel like if we would have just recorded ourselves sitting at the bar, like with a GoPro back in the day, just one of these, we're just like, hey,
Oh yeah, dude.
It would have been. We could have just put it up here.
It would have been this show.
Same thing.
That's why we're doing this show, because we used to.
Except we
Seriously.
couldn't bring in oh, look at this video online. We'd have to hold up our phone to the camera, and that's
Yeah.
just stupid.
With the red lights. Yeah. So, and you're going to be baking more Beard Balm in Iowa, and it's going to say on the sticker, "Made in Iowa."
Please,
USA?
yeah, I'm so excited to go and take the next step, and I'm going to dive hard into the Beard Balm. We're going to dive hard into the shirts that I got. We're going to make some Salty and Savage shirts. We need some Salty and Savage shirts because our logo is pretty gangster. I don't know if
Our
y'all
logo
checked it
is
out.
definitely prime, bro.
I mean, my logo is pretty great, and Salty
But
and Savage's
hey,
pretty great.
why are you leaving California?
So the entirety of the industry that holds up.
I want a one-word answer.
Let me see. Were you looking for democrated?
The entire industry, though. No, go ahead. Tell us about this industry of ours.
The entire industry that we have been a part of has really just fallen out from underneath us for the exact same reasons that the Daily Wire is sending their animation off to Spain. They're like, oh, well, we can save money and we can do this and we can do that. Studios aren't hiring. They may be posting jobs, but they're not hiring. People are not hiring. The industry has fallen out from underneath us. It's being replaced with AI written stuff. It's being replaced with AI art division stuff. The Art Directors Guild. Did you even see this?
Oh yeah.
The ADG. I don't know if we talked about this last week, but the ADG said that they're stopping. They're straight up stopping their like internship apprenticeship program because like something like, I quote, "We can't in good faith like tell anybody that getting into our industry is a good thing to do."
No.
because 75% of the people in the Art Directors Guild are unemployed, and they're like, we can't.
And you know what companies like DailyWire do in response? They ship those jobs over to Spain because
use AI.
Because you can't have a 6-bedroom house in Nashville or Florida. You need your 10-bedroom house.
Look, I need a new,
and then you need to say, I care about the culture. I'm just trying to help the culture by doing the exact same bullshit
like
that Hollywood's doing, but your jokes are making fun of broken people. Well, our jokes make fun of broken people, and so that makes us better because
it's just I don't know,
dude. Anyway,
I'm excited.
I will say
to be leaving
California's being
because
ravaged. They're being ravaged.
I have friends that are working. They're very talented people, and when you're very talented, like, you're bound to find something somewhere. And I mean, maybe I'm just not like that talented, but I have a number of different ideas, but they're just not. Nobody's responding to any of them because
it's hard.
Because LA is one of those things. Like, I spent 17 years working day in and day out, putting out a television show every single day. Dude, I worked on thousands of episodes of television.
Hold on, everybody. See the trophy behind him? That's called an Emmy. That is the highest honor that you can receive as a producer.
As a television douchebag.
Yeah, it is. But it is. It is. You and I both have won the most prestigious awards that we were capable of winning in our industry. And there's not enough room for white, straight males that aren't necessarily did not see that coming. Just wish a wife would make a sandwich. Hollywood. And by why I say that is I'm talking about Hollywood being super, super bad guys from WW2 now.
Make it gay and make it terrible.
Yeah. And also, if you disagree, we will destroy you. It's everything that you believe in.
And it has nothing to do with like my politics or anything like that. The industry is just like,
no,
it's a shit show. And
you're not a black lesbian.
I was overqualified.
You're unhireable.
Overqualified for so many jobs, and other jobs I was fucking primo for, and zero response out of hundreds and hundreds of applications.
Yeah,
it's absolutely.
But you kept your penis instead of cutting it off, and you kept your beard instead of, because I mean, let's be honest. Not even what's his name? The one pretending to be a girl running around that won't even do the surgery to get rid of the beard. They just keep shaving it, trying to convince us that they're transgender when it's just an act.
Sarah Jessica Parker?
No, Matt Walsh made them famous. The Dylan Mulvaney,
the Bud Light dude.
Yeah, thanks, Matt Walsh, because you're the one that made that person famous. Because rather than talk about another comic book artist or another writer or another comedian or anyone else, you obsessed about that person and got them more recognition when you could have actually used your platform to, I don't know, talk about Ethan Van Sciver, talk about somebody else. F Daily Wire, I'm so over him. Mr. Birchum is terrible. But what isn't terrible?
Mr. Birchum is garbage. But what isn't
terrible?
What would you say are maybe the chat can chime in. The
chat should chime in.
The best adult animated sitcoms.
What are the best adult animated?
So we're talking. It's for adults. This isn't for the kiddies. Kiddies may be watching it, of course, as we all did. But it's adult. It's animated. So that's pretty fucking easy. But sitcom, because there's a bunch of shows that we were like, not really sure that this is a sitcom per se, more as it like South Park, whereas it's more of a satire and a complete it's immediately playing off of other stuff. Like it's not
Clarkson's Farm season 3, although Matt Walsh could have talked about that instead of Dylan Mulvaney.
Wait, Clarkson's Farm has a season 3 already?
I know. We got to watch it. Wife, if you're watching, I love you. We're watching it.
We haven't really discussed this, I guess, because we've been apart for a while. Do you watch all of the Grand Tour stuff?
Oh, me and my wife. So I loved what was it
Top
called?
Gear.
Top Gear. I mean,
Yeah,
me and my
yeah,
buddy
yeah.
in high school
Yeah.
would watch Top Gear, and then we
Yeah,
kept
bro.
watching it all the way through. Josh Stone, I love you.
Yeah.
And then my wife got really into Grand Tour, but she only likes the actual Grand Tours where they go on an excursion and do a whole thing because they're so cry out loud funny. I don't care if it's
The
scripted.
specials, yeah,
It's
it was they're
hilarious.
based off of the original Top Gear specials. Which
Oh
were
my gosh, we
fucking
watched
incredible.
so much.
But nobody, the original Top Gear like production, nobody had shot stuff and had edited it together like that. Their editors and their camera people and their DPs were leaps and bounds better than
So good,
anybody
man.
else out there.
And let's be honest, the three hosts, the three presenters, as they say on the BBC.
I had no idea that you were such a big fan because
my God.
I can't even tell you. I watch every single one of them.
I love them. I love the fact that I feel like Jeremy Clarkson is my fat spirit animal. I really do.
Yeah, he's like your
I
best.
aim to have that big of a gut because that means that you're living a very lush life.
It's like your imaginary, your British imaginary friend.
I love it. I love it. I love that he talks so much mad crap about the liberal Labor Party because they're garbage and they're ruining that country.
He's so good.
But back to it. We got a lot of people saying. We got people saying Simpsons, BoJack Horseman, South Park. South Park is not a sitcom. It is a satirical comedy.
Rick and Morty, which
Rick
is
and
more
Morty,
like a sci-fi.
not a sitcom, but super funny.
It's
super
fucking really
funny.
It's hysterical.
If you're doing adult animated comedy, Rick and Morty probably is the best, but it's not a sitcom.
It's so good. It's so good.
So, we got a lot of people. So here we're gonna do our top 5. So we've decided to, instead of doing top 10, we're gonna do top 5
for this week.
And I think for the foreseeable future, our shtick is going to be top 5.
Okay, that's fine.
Top 5, right? Do you think so?
That's fine. I like
David Letterman had the top 10. We're going to do top 5.
10's a lot,
10's a lot.
5 gives you a little more time to, let it breathe, let the chat breathe.
And I don't want to be a copy of a copy, so we're not doing top 7 like Steven Crowder. We're just going to do top 5 because top 5.
All right. So coming in at number 5, we're talking adult animated sitcom,
situational comedy.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and say Futurama.
We debated about this one.
It is a sitcom
because they're at work. It is a work situational comedy.
They're all at work. It just happens to be in the future, so it's kind of sci-fi-esque, but technically, it's totally a sitcom. We're going with.
Oh wait, we have Beavis and Butthead from the Baron. The Baron says Beavis and Butthead. Also, not a sitcom.
We talked about it.
Satirical comedy. We did talk about it though.
It's an absurdist, like satirical. Yeah. Yes.
Daria was not funny unless you were a girl in the 90s.
Unless you didn't like Beavis and Butthead, but because the Daria jokes weren't that great. But then Daria was so good. I don't know.
Yeah. No, actually, Daria was a little funny because I'm kind of a girl.
Well, I mean, the shirt gives it away.
Hey.
That's actually a dope shirt. It's actually a dope shirt. My bad. I just had it. It was just an easy.
So we think Futurama is number 5 on the situational comedy because it is. They're at work. It's like The Office, but if The Office was in space, well, not really The Office.
Space delivery service in the future.
It's The Simpsons, but in the future with guys that look at this. It's hilarious. All right, what do we got at number 4?
King of the Hill. So good. So good. And I know the chat is like, yes, because
we have a good question though, real quick. How is South Park not a sitcom? There are in a situation. It's not right. It kind of is though, because there's no story arc.
Well, it's
satirical.
In the last few seasons, the thing is that it's a very layered answer because in the last few seasons, they do limited runs. And there is a story arc, but at the same time, in between that and for a number of seasons before that, they were just doing like this episode is an absurdist satirical take on this. This episode is it wasn't like now granted you were following the same people in the same family, but it wasn't just like a family. There's so many families and it was such a big dynamic and there's so many characters that it goes around and it's just way too much. It can't be considered a sitcom. You have to basically, if you could say that the animation could be done with just like
This is nerd talk. This is only from a producer from Extra.
two cameras on a set, but as if it was animated. Like it's way too much.
Listen, Uncapped, I don't want to have a freaking debate with you, but I'm gonna tell you something. If we were doing adult comedy animated series, South Park would be top 5. But we're doing sitcom, and we had specific criteria.
But WKRP is a sitcom. It is just like The Office is. It's just like The Office is
because it's a situational.
It's
comedy.
a situational comedy.
It's not moving from. So here's the thing: the situation in WKRP
it has to be
always the same.
It's
the situation
normal.
is the same.
Yes, exactly.
They're running a radio station.
There's a status
quo.
quo.
The situation in South Park is always different.
Always fucking chaos.
Satire.
You never fucking know.
It's commentary on society.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's commentary on society.
Nerd alert. Nerd
yes,
alert.
we are nerds here, guys. We are giant nerds. Uncapped Turtle, one of our favorite nerds. By the way, Uncapped Turtle did our intro. Dude is awesome. We love Uncapped. He makes a lot of good content. You need to check out his channel on YouTube for reals, guys. Dude's amazing.
It doesn't
we need to have him on when you get to Iowa.
We do need to have him on. Yes.
We got to have him on, man. So that we can have this discussion without him typing. He's like typing like this. He's like,
what do you mean? Are you serious?
You guys, I'm on cat, mother. We're gonna have him on because he is awesome. He is awesome. All right. So we have King of the Hill, though. We have King of the Hill.
Okay. Sorry.
Dude,
King of the Hill.
I love King of the Hill.
King of the Hill is so good. And
who was the creator? Who was the creator?
Really good. Mike Judge.
Idiocracy. Office Space. Two of the greatest freaking satirical movies of all time.
Office Space was one of those that I like saw in the theater, and I said, "Whoa, have you guys seen this movie? Like, oh my god, it's so funny!" And everyone's like, "What? Why would I go? That doesn't seem like a theater movie or something like that." I was like, "You really need to see this movie."
That movie,
and it blew up so quick. Everyone
it holds up. And
25
years later, it still holds up.
It's so good. It's so funny. God. Everyone, every actor, every acting job, every single person in that absolutely nailed it. I feel like what's his name was your buddy was in it. Not your buddy, but
my buddy?
No, Dr. Cox.
Oh yeah, Dr. Cox is in it. I love Dr. Cox.
Wrong. You're wrong.
He was in it.
Oh yeah, that clip is going to be played a lot.
You're wrong.
I'm going to tell you, if you disagree with me, that's getting played. Okay. Just to let you know.
Yeah. All right. So but nonetheless, King of the Hill, everybody understands this is what Mr. Birchum aspires to be. It's like it's like King of the Hill did all the jokes that Roseanne didn't do, that Tim Allen had already done. Like it was jokes done from Mike Judge's perspective. Like imagine if
it was a middle American, red-blooded American man.
So
and
good.
His family. And it's good. It's good.
It's so great. Damn it, Bobby, put your pants back on. Is that
good?
Is that you boys out there whacking off in my tool shed?
Yeah, no, that is our number 4 because it is that good. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. So Mike Judge is also the creator of Beavis and Butthead, which the Baron had mentioned.
Yeah.
Which I love Beavis and Butthead. If you ever want to see my favorite, but the best Beavis and Butthead, what is it? Segment is when they're watching the Morrissey November Spawns a Monster video.
Oh, right.
Hands down,
because the show
best Beavis and Butthead.
Unclipped, yes.
He's got a Band-Aid on his nipple.
What's he even doing? Oh my god.
Why is he dancing with a rock? Yeah, so Mike Judge, freaking love Mike Judge. King of the Hill is
huge
definitely number 4.
So good. All right, well, number 3, everyone understands to make total sense.
Simpsons. Do you know The Simpsons came out when I was in 4th grade, bro? 4th grade. That's how old I am. 4th grade.
Yeah, don't
I
remember.
love The Simpsons as a kid. I drew
like,
those cartoons all the damn time, man.
I always tried to draw. Oh yeah, I have a great. This is when like I wish I had access to some of my old photos. I have this great old photo of me at this house that my dad owned in Oregon, chopping down a tree. And once I've chopped down the tree, like the photo is me like trying to take the tree and like now cut it in half or something. And I got this axe. I'm a little kid, but I'm wearing like red Michael Jordan sweats, and I have a white Bartman t-shirt on, and like a backwards Giants hat and Nike Airs, and I'm like, oh, I was into it, man. Oh, Bartman. I mean, I was all about it. The Simpsons were so good. So I mean,
yeah,
up to season 14.
Up to season 14. After that,
they kind of everybody
Hank Azaria had to apologize for a poo because some stupid comedian that was not funny. Oh, quick story. Okay, so there was this comedian, and someone look it up. Maybe the Baron can look it up. Maybe you, Savage, could look it up. There was this Indian American comedian, and Indian meaning from India, who did a documentary called The Problem with a Poo. And then Hank Azaria, because he's woke and Hollywood's woke, he had to apologize for being a white guy that did a voice like this and talked like an Indian American running a 7-Eleven.
Is it
and it's called acting, asshole. I don't know if you've ever been to a play, but right now there's going to be a play about Romeo and Juliet, and they have a black woman playing Juliet because it's called acting. You can act and play characters. When Shakespeare did his plays, men played the women roles. It didn't matter what race you were. It didn't matter. So Hank Azaria's Apu was hilarious.
He was so good.
And this non-funny comedian who could not get anyone to sit and watch his stupid comedy show because it was terrible, decided, I'm going to make a documentary so then I can get a Netflix special for my terrible comedy. And that is what Hollywood has become, a giant HR nightmare of bullshit. It's terrible. I'm very upset about it.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
Hank Azaria was hilarious doing all the voices. They were making fun of Irish people. They were making fun of CEOs of horrible companies and Mr. Burns. Like
Amoeba saying what's up.
We got it. It is Hari Kondabolu.
Hari Kondabolu.
So I did artwork for his Netflix special, and because I used to do key art. I used to make poster art for a bunch of different stuff. I did Bill Burr's a couple of Bill Burr's specials. I did his.
Those were dope. I remember we were sitting in the exact bar that we met.
Yeah.
Beverages, and you were like, oh, I did this tile for people, and I was like, oh, is it the one where his like brain flips open and it looks like there's a maze going through it? And you're like, yeah. I was like, dude, I just looked at that tile.
Yeah, so I did I did Joe Rogan's one of Joe Rogan's Netflix specials. I drew him. So I did a lot of good. So I did it for is Hari Kondabolu. The guy and I always watched the special.
Hari Kondabolu.
Yeah, I always watched the special early. I got the special early before it went on Netflix because we were making the art for it, and we would try to do artwork that kind of would maybe highlight a joke or something like that. And I watched it, and I didn't laugh once, man. I didn't laugh once, dude. But you know what special I did laugh a lot at was Norm Macdonald's Hitler's Dog, and I'm gonna tell you, doing key art and poster art and promotional art for Norm Macdonald was a dream come true. Because
wait,
Norm
did you do the tiles for the Norms too?
Oh yeah, dude. And I drew a German Shepherd with a little stash, and it got rejected because they didn't have the cojones to have Norm Macdonald, because he was talking about eating a sundae and eating it like sucking a and so I had him like this, opening wide to have a banana split go into his mouth, like, because it was the joke.
Oh my god!
And then I had a German Shepherd with a little stash.
Jesus Christ!
And they were like, "That is too edgy for us. That is too edgy for us.
Too much."
Like, sorry, guys.
That's gonna go on the.
Should I post that on Twitter? I'm gonna post that on Twitter. Follow me at Salty Draws, and I'm gonna post the Norm Macdonald key art for the Netflix special.
Original. Hey, rest his soul, Norm Macdonald, bro.
Right.
But
Oh, Amoeba Artstorm is here, and she says, "Bro, man."
That's what I said.
I'm not gonna say that word because I won't be disrespectful to my wife, but also exactly Amoeba Artstorm, exactly.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. All right, Simpsons number 3, guys.
No,
what's number 2?
Number 2, when it comes to the hot take, when it comes to redoing, okay, yeah, Simpsons did it, but also at the same time, they didn't have the eyeballs to do it. Family Guy.
Family Guy is so funny, dude.
I mean, from day one, just like South Park. Been watching since day one. It never gets old.
American Dad is not nearly as funny as Family Guy. Fight me.
The one gripe I have
American Dad is funny.
One gripe I have with American Dad is that the alien is just him doing an imitation of the actor that did Templeton from Charlotte's Web. Like, oh, who ate all the pecan sandies? You're like, that's Templeton from Charlotte's Web. Like, what are you talking about? It's totally Templeton from Charlotte's Web. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Like, every time I've ever heard they say, "Oh, who ate all the pecan sandies?" And you're like, "That's Templeton from Charlotte's Web, right?" Is that not the same guy? And it's like, no, it's just Seth MacFarlane pretending that he's the first guy to do that voice. Like,
we're having Uncapped Turtle on. We were going to have this debate. Mother effer. You're not gonna like our number 1, and you know what I have to say about it?
Here's the thing: is as much like South Park is too random. Family Guy is always it's Family Guy is Ozzie and Harriet, but absurdist.
Yes,
but it's still a sitcom. Whereas
it is. Whereas South Park, All in the Family. It's All in the Family.
Did I say Ozzie and Harriet?
Rob Reiner's stupid characters.
Sorry,
but the greatest episode ever was when the sun went.
Ozzie and Harriet. That was way too old. I'm going back to the.
Would you do me? I'd do me. I'd do me hard.
All right, wait, hold on.
Sorry. I wish we had that music on cue because that would have been the best joke ever.
Family Guy is at its heart. It is a sitcom. It just gets crazy because it then does references. It doesn't.
Turtle, I swear to God.
You're
gonna get so mad at our number 1. You're gonna get so mad at our number 1. All right, what is number 1?
All right, so only because absolutely nobody is prepared.
Because this is our list and it is our show.
Motherfucking Archer! Number 1.
That's right, because I will poo myself in my pants laughing at this show. And it is a sitcom because they're going to the office and they're doing things at the office.
It is so good. It is so well done and is absolutely a sitcom because it's just a sitcom set in a spy organization. That's okay. I'm an idiot. Set in a spy organization.
I just love the fact that the acronym was ISIS. At the same time that ISIS was a thing.
Yes, it was ISIS like a year. It was like a year or two before they were ISIS. And then they were like, we have to change this. And they're like, yeah, you probably should. That was hysterical. I completely forgot about the whole ISIS thing. Everything I loved about that show. And I totally forgot the ISIS part that they were like, yeah, so we can't go by ISIS anymore. Because that's a thing, apparently. Oh my God.
So Uncapped Turtle right now is seething. He's like, you mother effers, how do you not have South Park on this list?
And South Park is one of my favorite shows ever. I've watched it since day one, but still at the same time, under these constraints that we were trying to reason with, and there's absolutely no fucking reason to it, but we're going to pretend there is, Archer just fit into the Community is a sitcom.
Community is on my you know what? We should do a top 5
Community
list.
is absolutely a sitcom.
Savage, I think we should do a top 5 list maybe next week of sitcoms because Community
2 weeks.
It is one of my favorites, bro.
Community's very good. It's not one of my favorites, but extremely good.
It is one of my favorites, personal favorites. Uncapped Turtle is one of my personal favorites.
One of more of my favorites would be this.
Douche chill.
And that is how Uncapped Turtle feels about us right now. He thinks
And
we're douches because
we
we
just-
left South Park out.
We just douche chilled South Park.
Sorry, bud. Sorry. We love you, but
It's
also
understandable.
we decided it was satirical, not sitcom.
And you can absolutely think differently than us. And Archer it's so fucking funny. It's so fucking
my gosh,
like the jokes, they're so layered and they're so great. It makes regular like live action TV shows look like a fucking joke. Like, what are you even doing? What are you even doing anymore? It's like Archer. They're like, Rick, a soap opera. Oh, you want like a soap opera? Well, guess what? Archer just decided they're like, oh, why don't we try that soap opera thing where I go into a coma and the next few seasons are crazy. Oh, now we're on a sitcom on an island. Oh, now it's a sitcom on in space. Oh, all because I'm in a coma. And then when he comes out, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
What might happen?
It's so good. It's so good.
It really is.
Was it Brett or Brent? Was it Brett or Brent?
Brett or Brett?
Shut up, Brent.
Oh, what am I
was it?
doing? Don't do
I
that.
don't know. What are you doing?
Stop doing that.
Don't forget to hit the like button. God damn it.
Hey, we would really appreciate it, especially all you people watching on Twitter. We see you, we know you. I've got it right here. Although Twitter might be actually the place, or X, Elon Musk, can you call it Twitter? Twitter might be the place to be streaming in the future. Things might be happening. But if you are watching on Twitter, go over to YouTube, like and subscribe. We could use it. We want to get monetized. And the reason why I want to get monetized is because we have a lot more plans and a lot more things we want to do, including,
Eventually,
but not limited to, animated content. No joke, guys. We would like to be better than Daily Wire, who are a bunch of drifting MFers. But we're going to be doing a lot more too. So help us spread the word. We do promote people. We're not trying to grift.
Yeah.
But I will be honest. I want to get monetized and I want to make money at this so that we can keep promoting people and then do really good content and give you animated stuff and all kinds of things.
Absolutely. Like, I didn't buy like expensive microphones for nothing. This is all
right.
This is the
I
money
didn't
maker.
train my voice to be on a voiceover person. I trained it just for this.
This is the money maker.
And by
right
me, I'm
here.
talking about Savage, who has the amazing voice, and I have the annoying voice.
Oh,
I do
your
not
voice.
apologize.
Oh, you're so annoying.
If you want to get mad, blame God. Okay.
Blame if you want to, you know what? If you want to get mad, hey, wasn't there like an OJ comment earlier or something?
Oh, there was an OJ comment earlier. What was that OJ comment?
What
It was from our friend, a friend of his show, Damien.
Oh my God. Do you want to? And it brings me back because I loved it so much. Like, as soon as he I don't know. It doesn't even matter like why he referenced OJ. I think it was brilliant because we almost died the day OJ died because it was a good day for us.
You guys don't understand.
Not
though.
a good day.
The
Not a
days
good
that
day
OJ.
for us, but
We grew up. We're from LA, and we were kids in the 90s, man. We were 90s kids in LA, and you have no idea what happened to our town when OJ did it, and he did do it.
oh my dear Lord.
Okay,
I don't know if I don't know if we can definitely. But at the same time, this video is unreal. This song is incredible. You can watch this over and over again on our page anytime you feel like it.
This is the kind of content we bring you, people.
This is the kind of content we're bringing to you, hot and heavy at the Salty and Savage Show. Let's just give it a quick watch. We'll come right back to you.
Unbelievably, the most watched, most wondered about man in America has gone missing tonight.
The intersection of the 5 and the 91 freeway. One thing we have been noticing, again, it's a very slow pursuit, followed by numerous highway patrol vehicles. But because of the intensity, it seems like people have heard about what's going on. And all the overpasses that we've seen have been lined with cars.
Guilty shadows haunt the night. Dark secrets locked away so tight. OJ on the run. Oh, what a sight. High speed chase, sirens blaring in the moonlight. Fame and glory now turn to shame. The taste of freedom lost in this twisted game.
affiliates. Police believe that O.J. Simpson is in that car. Okay. Police believe he is in that vehicle.
911, what are you reporting? This is AC. I have O.J. in the car.
Fame and glory now turn to shame. The taste of freedom lost in this twisted game. OJ, the man with the bloodstained fame, innocent or guilty, who's to blame? Running from the truth, chasing dreams in the night. OJ, you drive from the faithful light. Guilty shadows follow you, day and night. In the darkness, justice finds its light.
I can never get enough of that video. It's so good.
Whoever wrote those lyrics is a genius. Oh wait,
whoever wrote those lyrics is so funny. So funny. What's her name?
Oh man, dude, seriously, OJ did it. I don't care what anyone says. And you know what? You guys are so convinced. Yes, I am. Do you know why I'm convinced? Because the Kardashians are a terrible family, and they are part of the reason why this country is so lost, and they're part of the cultural rot. And I'm not want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to be Daily Wire and make terrible people famous. Oh wait, they're already famous.
I mean, I did that on a daily basis. That was my was saying that earlier, like thousands and thousands of episodes I've written of and like worked on of I haven't like written thousands of episodes of television, but like so much work goes into the Kardashians, and it's just a matter of like, I don't know, are people online responding to this today? Yeah. Okay, well, let's go with the story. It's like, no, stop.
Bunga Hooch asked, was that AI? The music was definitely AI, and I hate the fact that I'm admitting that. But I'm not a musician. I'm a writer and an artist.
I'm fucking around.
The closest I've ever gotten to music was 8th grade, where I played the baritone. Okay, sue me. I typed in 80s synthwave music, and then I gave them the lyrics or gave them the song that I wrote. And it turned out pretty good.
Amoeba loves it. Thank you so much, Amoeba. I thought it was fucking hysterical. I think Amoeba
I hate AI though. I really do.
Amoeba might have been watching that show.
I think Amoeba was.
Oh wait, Amoeba was watching my birthday show. That's right.
Oh yeah.
She hooked me up with that.
She gave you a really great birthday present.
Thanks again to Amoeba. That was super dope.
Amoeba Artstorm is featured in on the back cover of Silence Do Good, my comic book. She did a back cover art that is awesome and fantastic, and I'm always thankful that I know her because she's great, man. And you guys need to check her out. I think there was a link earlier. I'm sure the Baron will also give a link again because we love Amoeba Artstorm.
We really appreciate.
She's freaking great, man.
Like nice.
And that art, Amoeba, that art of Savage was fun. It was
so great. Like what's awesome is she did that one thing that like caricature artists like know how to do, where it's like, let's draw them how they think they look. And like, absolutely nailed it. And I was like,
it looks like you, man. It's like the manga version of you, bro.
Yes, it is very. Oh my god, it's so good.
So good.
It's so good. I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like,
yeah, it was.
It's like really, I really appreciate it. It was super cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
Super cool.
So we're going to transition from amazing artists and human beings on this planet. Amoeba Artstorm is one of those people. And we're going to transfer and talk about one of the biggest D-bags of all time.
Oh, man. Okay? Right. I forgot we were even going to do this.
So, Savage, you worked in Hollywood. You worked in corporate America. You remember those days where you would have a meeting that ended up being a meeting about the meeting?
Oh my God. I hate meetings.
Who here in the chat, please speak up. Have you been part of that, working in corporate America, being in a meeting that ends up being a meeting about the meeting?
Meetings. Oh my God. There's a specific, I worked for on a daily show, you have a morning meeting. And then you crush it throughout the day, and there's communications that happen and whatnot. There's no need to reconvene. We're all fucking busy.
Mondays and meetings, exactly. Simply Green.
Right.
Mondays and meetings.
There was a company that I worked for a short period of time where I would all of a sudden they'd be like, "Oh, there's a meeting about this." And I'm like, I mean, does there really need to be a meeting? Like, who needs to talk? Like, what do we need to talk? And they're like, no. There's definitely a meeting. I'm like, okay.
Could this meeting have been an email? Yes.
You're taking me away from the time that I need to spend to actually like type and like transcribe and like go through stuff, like really like actually do the brain work and like do some stuff. But like, sure, okay, let's go to a meeting. And then it'd be like, oh, there's also a meeting tomorrow. And I'm like, why is there a meeting tomorrow too? This isn't necessary. This company doesn't work. We're not doing a daily show. We're doing like a big production. It's slowly. Yeah. Why are we meeting again tomorrow? We haven't.
You know who loves meetings?
I haven't even finished.
Who absolutely loves meetings? Democrats and white liberal women. They love meetings. They're like, I just want to know what you're feeling. I just want to know what's going on. I just want to talk.
Openly opinionated women love the meetings because they're like, you know what? I haven't said anything about this yet. I think I need a platform. We should probably call a meeting. And you're like, that's totally unnecessary. And the guy executives who use the meeting literally as the platform to.
I like how you didn't say men. You said guy because let's be honest, no actual man wants a meeting. Put it in an email.
Well, I moved back from the microphone, but I probably should have moved the
Sorry,
headphones off.
I blew your ears out. I apologize. But that's how I feel about meetings. Stop scheduling meetings.
Yeah, settle the fuck down with the meetings, bro. Like, let us
Working
do our work.
Sessions work.
Let us
like
do our
actually
work.
get it. But see, what ends up happening is you get white liberal women. And then you get these like effeminate men, and all they want to do is say, "What'd you do this weekend? Did you do stuff? Did you savage? Did you go somewhere? Did you do stuff?"
The high corporate effeminate man is the worst, like trickle down, like effect.
Oh my god! Why did you guys bring donuts to the meeting? I'm gonna get fat.
Like I just, it's all a grift. It's all, and they're all just like, fuck
is that
you.
The theme tonight?
We negotiated. This is hashtag grifted. Democratic grifted.
So you know what's worse than the meeting about the meeting?
Oh, the follow-up email to the meeting?
No, wait.
No,
there's something worse.
No,
it's the trailer about the trailer.
The trailer. Where they're like,
and when I'm talking about trailer, okay, so again, I work at a company called Trailer Park. I'm sure they're gonna disavow because I'm terrible. You know, my pronouns are King Lord, and that's very offensive.
Are they though?
Yeah, my pronouns are King and Lord. Recognized. So that's very offensive. But I did work at a company called Trailer Park. I didn't do trailers, but the company did trailers. And the worst thing that you could ever do working in the entertainment, Hollywood, entertainment advertising space is the worst thing you do is do a trailer about a trailer.
Like, hey, an announcement about the announcement?
Like what? So that's worse than the meeting about the meeting. So do you want to watch a trailer about the trailer?
I don't, but
we're going to do it. We're going to torture you, chat.
But I feel like this is a great idea.
We're going to torture you. So a trailer about the trailer.
Okay, we heard you. You want more animation.
No, we don't.
And because you didn't get one for the...
Wait. So...
Wait.
We heard you.
And we want more.
You want more animation.
Because
I'm not sure that anyone actually asked for more animation. I think what people were saying was, and me included, I will say, me included, was this... Yaira live action trailer is so bad, bro. You should have just done another animation. That's what I said. And I think that's what basically everyone else was saying.
But he goes, and the thing he just
the Yaira #1 campaign launch.
I totally messed that up. What were you saying?
That's all right. But he's like, oh my God, like, oh, you want more animation because you didn't get this. It's like, yeah, you didn't get like what you were expecting in the first place. It's like, so, so
you guys were excited about something and I gave you absolute crap.
Like back it up just like 5 or 10 seconds. And he's like, oh, you wanted more. because we didn't give you anything in the first place. And you're like, yeah.
Okay. So also, bro, can you trim your beard? Like, just give it a good
Wait,
just
me?
No, Eric July. Eric July. Just
he's
a little bit.
pulled the dude in the NBA, like his beard looks exactly like what's his name, who's got this unbelievable beard in the NBA. The commercial, the dude did a commercial where like he did something, they pulled off his beard and there was just another beard underneath it. It was like, what? That was fucking sick.
But James Harden is a
James Harden, thank you.
G,
Thank
dude. James Harden is a G
Yes,
and knows how to play
yes.
basketball.
And
like
this
a mofo.
guy is a James grifter.
I'm pretty sure James Harden would have actually done well in the 90s, where I'm sure LeBron James would not have.
Eric Grifter.
I said that to all you. Oh, LeBron James is the best ever. No. James Harden would have been good in the 90s. LeBron would have cried in the 90s. Okay. Anyway,
All right, well,
let's keep
On
watching.
campaign launch, some of you were disappointed.
Oh, big surprise.
No one was disappointed.
I'll take responsibility for that. Perhaps I underestimated your enthusiasm. We're thankful that you enjoy.
Wait. So he said, "I'll take." That's the first time in his adult life
that
he's ever
apologized?
taken responsibility for anything, and he's still not taking responsibility for it.
Hey, so we totally didn't fucking give you what you wanted. But guess what? We heard you. Anyway, please give us more money.
Yeah. Oh no, that's coming.
Our animations. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you an animated trailer for Yaira number 1.
Okay.
Now it won't.
No one asked for it. And also, what?
Oh, hey, no.
I just
This
keep
is the announcement for the trailer.
This is the trailer for a trailer.
Play.
Eric July. It is okay. So we have it here. We have evidence now. Eric July is a white liberal woman. Just saying.
Won't be as long as our previous animated trailers, but it will have that quality that you've come to expect from Rippaverse Studios.
That quality that you come to expect of cheap 3D assets
looks like-
downloaded from the internet for free and
this
run
looks
through
like-
Photoshop filters.
Whoever they were using to do the last like Harley Quinn series or something, the people that were the interns on that series, it looks like that's who did this.
Well, we'll talk about how this is the Alpha Core trailer that isn't even he's not even doing excerpts from he's not even teasing the Yaira trailer. This is Yaira, the blonde chick is Yaira, and then the chick in the green outfit, because apparently this is like cool and edgy, is to everyone on your comic book team to have the same costume that's army green. That's Alpha Core character, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
My only request is that you consider becoming a Rippaverse website member.
My only request is that you pay me money to watch this trailer. So the trailer about the trailer to buy the trailer.
We didn't do what you asked for in the first place. So here's what we're looking forward to you doing, is giving us more money for us to hopefully do the thing we were going to do in the first place. And here's a trailer about it.
I can't believe this trailer about the
what
trailer.
What the fuck is this? Is this the most meta thing in the world? Like, what are we doing?
It's 4 minutes. How do you talk
It's
about this?
us
crap for
watching
4 minutes?
a guy who's talking about people who didn't get what they wanted, so he's going to give them what they wanted, but this isn't it. But he's going to talk about it. Hold on, but there's a bit of clips. Hold on, wait. I don't.
My only request is you pay me $60. How about try $50 a month uncapped? Try $50 a month,
dude. He couldn't pay me $10 a day to deal with any of this bullshit. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
If you enjoy what you see, because that's what funds these efforts. But I have a feeling that you're really going to enjoy what you see.
Dude, all right. Hold on.
So here's the thing. Real quick, 2008 Eric was like, if I was 2008 Eric, I would kick your ass if you talk the trash that you talk. But 2024 Eric has got a bigger beer gut than I have.
Speaking of the beer gut, check out Uncapped. I saw the same thing and I was like, wait, what? Is that just like the creases out of the shirt? He literally pulled it from the printing press and was like, all right, let me put this on.
Oh my gosh.
This isn't even the real shirt. This is just the one I'm using on camera because it's done.
Dude. Oh, I can't stand this guy. I can't stand him. I can't stand him.
Oh.
So that's a dope shot. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, that's what I just
That was
said.
a dope
I was
shot.
like, that was actually
I'm gonna
a really
give
good
credit
shot.
where credit's due. 5/20/24. We're gonna
actually-
drop the Ira trailer,
Oh my
but you're
God,
gonna have to
that's-
pay for it. You have to pay for a trailer.
That's 4 days from now. Wait, what?
So there's 3 more minutes.
Wait,
So
wait.
pre-order.
Whoa.
Like
Oh my God! Hold on. It did a
There's
transition.
more.
That was like that
Okay.
Wolf Blitzer thing I was talking about earlier, where he threw to himself, and it was like, did you just throw to yourself?
Oh.
Oh, hey, we're going to breaking
Okay.
news, and then it comes back. Hey, it's just me again.
So
What the fuck? Does he have chocolate rain behind him? What's going on? Chocolate rain.
oh!
Sorry.
Oh no. Okay, so the one thing we're not gonna watch the rest of this because I can't.
Okay.
But the only thing I
That's-
wanted to comment on was the background, right? It was the Obama Hope poster, but it's Thomas Sowell.
Yeah. Oh,
I
it's
will
so-
put
oh,
money. I will put money
oh, my bad.
that Eric July couldn't even do an 8th grade book report on basic economics.
Okay.
I would bet all the money that I have, and that's quite a lot, guys.
All right.
That Eric July could not do an 8th grade level book report on basic economics. Basic economics is like entry level Thomas Sowell, one of his greatest books. I shouldn't say novel because it's not fiction. Greatest books ever written. I highly doubt this guy has ever read a single book of Eric July. He's only watched videos. And while the videos of Thomas Sowell are incredibly compelling, and if you do ever want to learn about economics and be schooled on awesome economics, you will Google Thomas Sowell. It's S-O-W. It's Sowell is how you spell it. He is one of the greatest minds of the 20th and 21st
My
centuries.
bad for the chocolate
Century.
rain comment, though. That was my immediate internet reaction.
No, why is that your bad? That's hilarious. Who cares?
I
What
thought
is
it was funny too.
This
I
is
was just
supposed
like,
to be
what?
snow, and it looks like poo. It looks like poo.
Dude,
What's
I don't
going
know-
on?
Dude, what is going on with his? Speaking of, I think someone, it was like Simply Green or someone earlier mentioned about Dark City that like it was like sewage gray or something.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
Eric July's
Yeah.
surround sound was fucking that whole surrounding graphic was this sewage green gray graphic.
So welcome to our grifter our special episode of Grifters, because Eric July is one of the biggest grifters. So he's doing a trailer about the trailer, trying to get you to sign up to pay for the trailer. And the guy the guy has complained and bitched and moaned about comic books for the last 5 years. I doubt he's ever actually read a comic book other than
Dude,
the
he's too busy making apology or like
Yeah.
response videos to the hate of the haters. Oh, I'm just making another response video. It's like, dude, I've never met a creator in the history of creators that has spent so much time responding to the haters and responding to shit. That's all that you do. People talk shit about because you're bullshit, and then you respond to that, and then you keep making videos. It's almost like diss tracks. It's like they feed each other. It's like, oh, I buy the Kendrick Lamar track because he's talking about Drake, and then I buy the Drake track because he's talking about Kendrick, and then I buy the back and forth. Back in the day, it was Eminem and it was who was the dude he was talking shit about? Anyway, but nonetheless, you would get the tracks back and forth.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is what I'm here for this but it's like, it's absurd. Like, why the fuck are you even do the thing that you're telling people you're doing that they're giving you millions of dollars to do? Shut the fuck up and go create. Do you see Taika Waititi or whatever, like on the internet every fucking day, just like jerking off his fucking fans? Like, no, bro, he goes and he makes fucking movies, and then he comes back, and then he does a fucking press run, and then he disappears and does another creative thing.
Yep.
Or whomever you're talking about. Like, it's just an example that, like, what are you doing? Shut the fuck up, go do, if you're such an artist or a creative, go do that, because all the creativity that you're doing is standing in front of a fucking camera with a graphic background or a psych or whatever the hell it is you're doing with a brand new t-shirt you just pulled from the fucking factory that nobody's gonna fucking get because there's only fucking 6 of them, and like, oh, when I promised my fucking girlfriend one. Like, dude, get the fucking...
I love it. Savage is on the train of hating on this asshole grifter, and I'm down and I'm here for it. Let's
what
go.
a
Look how red I got.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude. My biggest issue. So Eric July has been on the internet for, he says, 18 years. He did a lot of homosexualist dancing. And when he told us that in 2008, Eric July would air us out because we talk shit. I'll tell you something right now, Eric July. 2008, Salty would air you out with my glam rock makeup and Nikki Sixx hairdo.
He did used to look pretty gay.
Try me, you little.
I mean, it was like a good gay.
You little tiny guy. I will put on glam rock and get into a boxing ring with you, Tubby.
Dude, your glam rock is also awesome.
I'll do it. I'll
just
wear a Nikki Sixx wig.
Just look at your shirt. Like the colors, you wear the colors well.
Let's do it. No, but the biggest issue that I've had is like the last like 4 or 5 years, all he's been doing is bitching and moaning about Hollywood's terrible, this and that, and oh, Marvel sucks. And never one time, and I gotta tighten this, my mic's loose. One time. So if you're gonna be upset, like Hollywood's done a lot of woke crap, Marvel's gotten really bad, the MCU is terrible, I get it. However, when you are like really upset about stuff and you're like, oh, you don't ever use your platform, and dude, good on you,
dude.
Golf clap. You've hustled and gotten a really good platform on YouTube. Wait, like a million times bigger than what we're doing here. So good on you and kudos. But you don't ever once take the opportunity to maybe highlight something like, dude, you were friends with Ethan Van Sciver before you weren't friends with Ethan Van Sciver. Did you ever once go, Marvel sucks, but check out Cyberfrog?
You know what you
No, you didn't do it. No, hold on. Sorry, Savage. I got to go off. You didn't do it. You said you were friends with fucking Comicsgate. You didn't one time in the middle of you going, MCU is shit. MCU is terrible. Did you ever, for one freaking second, promote somebody else? You didn't go, Ethan Van Sciver's got a really good comic book, and Cyberfrog is really fucking good. You didn't go, check it out. Don't buy a Marvel comic. Buy a freaking Ethan Van Sciver comic. You didn't do it. You know why? Because you're a fucking grifter. All you were doing was being a little whiny bitch, because that's what the algorithms would give you the money, by being a fucking basic bitch online. And then you decided, instead of actually promoting someone else, I'm going to make a shitty comic made in a third world goddamn country, and I'm going to sell it to you at a way higher price than anyone in Comicsgate would. And then I'm going to be a little bitch when everyone calls me out for being a fucking failure at writing. Fuck you. Oh, dude. Okay, I'm done.
Hey,
golly, man.
I have to say that it's...
Where's my salty rants?
No, I'm sure. Give it a second. Dude, that was I'm with you.
Don't ever give Rippaverse the support. F that, man.
It's one of those, this is what you're doing right here is what I would call like a call to action, where it's like, Eric July, you've literally never supported individuals. Like, even if you have donated, even if you have done anything, it's all under the guise of like, look, just take my fucking money and go figure your shit out. It's not like, oh, hey, this guy's a great creator. Hey, everybody that is following me, you should do this. Instead, he fucking does, he does this roundabout bullshit where like he makes fun of these lower end comic creators instead of, and like then just randomly donate $700.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, you're talking about
Ethan Van.
What was it? It was
Ethan Van's
Someone correct me. It was a comic book, and it was a comic book creator, and he actually got funded on Indiegogo, but he had to fund my comic, and he was like $700 short of funding that. And so he was critical of Ethan Van Sciver not promoting other creators. However, he just said, dude, you know, you don't promote me. I'm small. I'm a nobody. You don't promote anybody. And he should have been promoting. There's like Shane Davis, John Malin. Like I said, Ethan Van Sciver. He could have promoted Mandy Summers. You know, anything Kelsey Shannon is penciling. You know, he could have promoted anybody, but he only ever promotes himself or anyone that he's actually hired. And then he hires a bunch of third world artists instead of actually. So, and then he touts, I'm culture warrior. I'm going to take it to Marvel and DC. But really all he's doing is producing really garbage content and then fighting with everyone in an indie space who's going, bro, this is kind of a grift, man. And literally everyone at first was like, oh, it's not cool. What are you doing? What's going on?
It was when I was first
he's in it. That's being
well.
Eric July, you're a basic bitch with tiny arms.
I don't even know. I don't even
arms, and I'm pretty sure you have a tiny pee-pee too, because you're so insecure.
I don't even know who you are, but you're so dumb in the way that you do stuff. You should really be promoting other people. And this is what, like I said, this is what I would call a call to action, which if you understood storytelling, like people have called you out on before, you would know what a call to action is. It's basic bitch fucking material. Figure it out, dude. This is how you write a story. He's so, it's so rough. It's so like gritty, like it's like chewing sandpaper that this guy is like out there continuing to do his thing, continuing to make money off of people who think that whatever it is he's doing is good, when it is 100% a grift, 100% based on just like, what bullshit should I feed them today? I mean, I'll get more clicks and more likes and I'll get monetized if I just keep talking about the people that fucking hate me. I mean, fucking like, maybe you should take that as a fucking sign that you're fucking terrible.
Yeah. And here's a great comment by Michael Beacon.
But whatever.
No, here's a great comment by Michael Beacon. I tried to Rippaverse, but it was derivative characters in a derivative setting. That's exactly right, dude. That is exactly right. And Michael Beacon's a great example of somebody who isn't on the inside of Comicsgate and all the drama that's going on in Comicsgate. That's just a person from the outside who loves comics. And Michael Beacon loves comics. He loves comics so much he decided to make his own comic. And he's looking at it just as a fan of comics. He has no skin in the game. I had no skin in the game. I really didn't, man. I'm a guy that grew up in Los Angeles, grew up drawing, wanting to be a comic book artist, ended up being a homeless teen instead, and having to like figure my life out. And I had to go get a job in advertising just to make ends meet, to take care of my family.
Don Draper, inspiration.
I'm a guy that's coming in it from the outside, and I'm watching it from my expertise of being in entertainment advertising, working on comic book movies, and seeing this go down, seeing how this guy interacts with fans, seeing how this guy interacts with detractors, and just being I'm so over conservative ink, and I'm so over culture war TM. Like I'm done, dude. I can't do it anymore. And all I am begging for every person that loves America and is tired of woke Hollywood. Stop giving your money to these freaking grifters and find people like Michael Beacon. Like
if you're gonna give money,
give it to me.
If you're gonna give money, well,
I will never betray you.
If you're gonna give money to people, like not just, I mean, if you love Eric July and what he's doing, then like give him money. But I feel like it's so obvious. It's like an email from a Saudi prince or something. Like it's so obvious what he's doing.
It's freaking the dude. What's the African country? Like, what's the African country?
The Somali or the Rwanda.
I'm a prince from an future. That is And I don't care. Like, I know you said Saudi because you didn't want to be associated with racism because Eric July is a black guy, but I don't care because you get those emails and it's from like an African prince or whatever.
Was it obvious?
Because it's the same freaking. I don't care, dude. I don't.
Prince of Zimbabwe.
I'm friends with black people. No, I don't care because I F you. You want to call me racist? You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say the exact same thing that my friend Andrew Breitbart said, and he said, "Fuck you."
From Rhodesia,
dude, because it's not a thing. But if you're gonna do that crap, if it's gonna be that grift, we're gonna call it out. I don't give a shit. Ben Shapiro and Eric, you know, here's the thing. I tweeted out like last week. Ethan Van Sciver is the Andrew Breitbart of comics, and Eric July is the Ben Shapiro of comics. And the reason why I said it, and it was like, oh, people were going, oh, that's really original. Because a lot of people were doing, oh, Ethan Van Sciver is this guy of comics, whatever. No, Ethan Van Sciver is the Andrew Breitbart of comics because Andrew Breitbart spent a lot of his time promoting other creators and other artists and trying to get people to pay attention to guys like Steven Crowder when Steven Crowder was just like a guy that barely had pubes trying to tell really bad jokes.
College campuses and shit.
Yeah, he was promoting people. Ben Shapiro was always grifting and always promoting himself and nobody else. And that is exactly it. Ben Shapiro is the African prince sending you that email, and so is Eric July. And Andrew Breitbart and Ethan Van Sciver are guys, in Andrew Breitbart's case, was guys promoting other people and trying to actually do something where it was like, there are so many creative people, but these guys aren't getting attention because they don't have the right politics or the right worldview that aligns with the fascists in Hollywood. And that is how you actually take back, and it's not a culture war, it's just bring back funny, bring back hilarious, bring back Seinfeld, bring back comedies where they weren't lecturing you, they were just trying to make you laugh, bring back comic books that were just trying to entertain you. It's not about, like, bring back Doctor Who, where it's just save the day. Just that. We don't need to do the non-binary blah 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 crap for the 2% of the country, the 2% of the world that exists and needs everything to be about them. It's just good old-fashioned entertainment.
Yeah.
Sorry. I know this is supposed to be a comedy show and it's gotten a little preachy. I've been preachy. I apologize.
I don't even know what it's supposed to be, really.
I don't either. I don't know what anything's supposed to be.
This is our 10th. This is our 10th episode,
show,
which is absurd because both of us were like years ago. I started, I mean, when I was in college, I was doing internet. Prince of Zimbabwe.
It's the Zimbabwe. It's always that email, and it's from the Prince of Zimbabwe. Thank you.
Yeah, simply.
And they'll be like, "Oh, you're being racist," and it's like, no. I'm calling an asshole is an asshole, and I don't care if he's purple. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. And right now, I'm getting red talking about assholes.
Here we go. Michael Beacon. What you got to say, buddy? Doctor Who was kind of based for putting the drag queen as a child corrupter villain. What do you think about that hot take?
I would believe you if it was... What's his name? Eccleston as
the
Night Doctor.
He comes back in. He's like,
oh, okay. Because I would believe you. I would believe you if Christopher Eccleston was the Doctor.
I was like, oh
episode.
Shit.
But because
kidding.
Or is it Nigerian 419 scam? It's literally explicit.
It's both. It's all the Nigerian is the Nigerian prince. Is
I don't know, dude. It's a thing. It's a thing, right? It's not Saudi Arabia, although they did conspire with the Bush administration to take down some buildings, I hear.
Oh my God.
Oh, I said that. Did I say that?
Dear Lord.
Are we turning into a conspiracy theory show? We might be. I don't know.
First, all I have to say is I never saw any wreckage of a plane at the Pentagon.
Yep.
But that's none of my business.
But that's none of my business. I'm out of track.
I feel like this is this is the next clip.
All right, so
it's like, Jesus Christ, what did he just say?
Oh my gosh. All right. We're at the 2-hour mark, bro. We've been doing this for 2 hours. Do we keep going or do we call it a night?
Why are we even here? What do we do? I love this so much. God damn it.
I do love the chat though. They keep me going.
I'm having no. I'm loving the chat. I'm just man, I'm doing so much work, so much moving, so much. It's been such a bear. I went to Disneyland for like a last time. Are you a fan of Disneyland?
I used to be a fan of Disneyland until Disney decided to start grooming children. And then I was like, yeah. So, and
until they started grooming children.
Well, I worked at Disney and they treated us horrible as artists.
I understand.
But I still was a fan of Disney because I loved Walt Disney and I love what Disney was about. But it's really become a garbage company, man. It really has, dude.
It's unfortunate. I mean, we went because I had not experienced the Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars thing. And before we left Southern California, we were like, we need to go be a part of it, like enjoy it. When a friend of mine, a good buddy of mine, actually was working for Disney at the time and wrote a bunch of the interactive dialogue that you do with the Disney Play app or whatever it's called, that you interact with certain things around that particular section. He wrote some of the dialogue in there. And so I was like, oh, this is super cool. But I mean, it was a day at Disney, we were walking around. We actually, I mean, for as ridiculously expensive as it was, because I remember back in the day, I went to school in Long Beach, college in Long Beach. So
LB in the LBC, at the LBC, Long Beach.
So college. Like back and forth, like I would go to, I knew someone who worked at Disney who was like I don't know what they call him, a performer or someone who's in like the parades and stuff. So yeah. I got into the park all the time, and I took my buddy.
That's called a cast member.
A cast member. There you go. That's what they're called. So, but it was really great to go one last time and experience the whole new part of the park. I built a lightsaber in the lightsaber building thing, and it was so cool. It like added. I don't have it right now because I had to pack it up. No, I see it. It's super dope. Is that the one? Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's pretty
right there, baby. I built a lightsaber. I love Disneyland. I can't help it. Me and my wife used to be season pass holders. When
that was what I was waiting for that response, and you gave me nothing.
Dude.
I love Disneyland.
I do. I worked at Disney for 5. I worked at Disney Consumer Products for 5 years. I was a digital artist. I love Disney, man.
I went so many times in college. I went probably me and my buddy because we knew somebody, and we were like, let's fuck it, let's do it. We have nothing else to do because I had like a weekend gig where I was DJing weddings and like corporate events, just like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, making great money. So during the week, we'd be like, oh hey, I don't have class today. Let's go to Disneyland. And we just go all day. We one day we went into California Adventure and took was it the Tower of Terror? We rode the Tower of Terror like 8 times in a row, just something absolutely absurd, and then ruined the photos because we knew when they took the photos, so we were like, we make horrendous faces and ruin the photos for everybody on board. We were atrocious college students.
Yes.
But at the same time,
I'm going to tell you something about how wonderful my wife is.
Oh my God. Look at that refill.
It just magically happens. I'm this.
Look at the
and
color.
Then my wife just comes and boom.
Look at the color of it too. Oh, it's very nice.
This is how you do it though. You get a really wonderful woman and then you marry her and then you treat her really well, guys. And then you treat her really well. And then this happens.
That is what happens.
It just magically shows up and you're like, whoa. So, okay. I'm gonna go back to
my lady would be in here, but she's like, I feel like you don't want me in there enough.
Yeah. No, so I have to go back to Eric July. So in Isam, not to be confused with the International School of Ministry.
Hold on. Isam bullshit is what it is.
Isam bullshit.
Isam bullshit.
Isam bullshit. There are 2 whole pages in a comic book, 2 whole pages of the main character, Isam or Avery or whatever, sleeping on a couch.
Who?
Sleeping on a couch. And we have a video, a recreation. I don't know who it was made by. Uncapped Turtle sent it to me in my DMs.
Oh, dude.
And we're gonna see an animated version of the most exciting 2 pages in ISOM #1.
Okay.
Are you guys interested in seeing
I'm
it?
super curious right now. What are we about to see?
Let's watch it.
Dude.
I can't watch anymore. I can't watch anymore.
He's so uncapped, bro.
Can't watch anymore. Oh my god. I'm not kidding.
What in the world?
I saw him one, not to be confused with the International School of Ministry.
Oh my gosh.
That was 2 pages
In
a comic book.
Be
In
confused,
a comic book, a man
national-
taking a nap on a couch is not content for a comic book.
Dude. Oh my god.
The
That's
Baron
really-
says, it makes me feel weird. And not like you used to climb the ropes in gym class. Just
No.
weird, like
Not the good weird, you
Could
know,
you
in the
your
good
thumb
way.
out of my ass weird.
The like, oh, have you watched Baby Reindeer? Yeah, it's weird. By the way, can we just say no, hold on, quick before we do anything, before we hook up with Michael Beacon. Baby Reindeer. If you have not watched Baby Reindeer, which everybody is talking about on Netflix, don't just like immediately watch it. And 100% do not immediately watch it with like your mother-in-law in the fucking house. Like, oh my fucking god. It's like, oh yeah, it's riveting. Everyone needs to see this. It's one of those things. Yeah. No. Watch it with your significant other and nobody else, and tell nobody that you ever watched it, because you feel fucking ridiculous at the end. Like, nope. I cannot believe that someone told us like, hey, you should watch this. And we're like, oh, you know what we should do? We should start this while the mother-in-law's in the town. We should watch this. And it's like, speaking of fingers and butts, I was like, what the fuck? And I just look over and I'm like, and she's like, oh.
Fingers and butts. No one wants a finger in their butt unless you're having a good time during naked time.
Just a warning to those. It's a good show. Just fucking be warned.
Every once in a while, you got to do that, right?
No, you're in for some shit.
Do that, right? My wife is all, what is that?
Nope. No, you're.
My buddy Juan, though. I hope Juan's watching.
This makes me glad I found an amazing artist like Henry Ponciano.
Is that Italian?
Yeah,
That might be Italian.
I think that's Italian.
Sounds
Yeah.
Italian.
So what was he? Sorry, I had to mention.
Yeah, no, let's talk about it.
Fucking no, Jesus Christ.
Michael Beacon. We should talk about. We should get Michael Beacon on the show. Talk about his book. But speaking of comic books, let's promote again. So promoted it earlier. Chrome Dog.
Oh yeah. That looks dope.
So they gave.
Is that
I
from the-
also got the black and white non-color.
Oh, did you?
Like artist
before the
version.
colorist got
So
it.
it's just the line art, and this looks dope. So
that
you got the
looks-
color version. Let's get a really good page.
The Arrow Comics back end does look dope,
dude.
God
It's a
damn
good
it.
logo, bro. Arrow
It is.
Comics.
When you
Arrow
here's-
Comics,
here was
I
the
would
seller,
totally.
is you pulled it
hit
out.
myself out.
As you pulled it out, it revealed Arrow coming up, and we were
Yeah.
like, everyone in the audience was like, "Oh,
Yeah, dude. So this is a really
dude,
good.
look at that
panel.
line art. That's fantastic."
Yeah, this is a splash page. It's basically like showing that it's really, really cool. Totally inspired by the 90s. I really dig it. I always love. So I have a Mike Barron, the Bronze Star. I have the line art, the black and white version. I love black and white versions of comics. I wish that my art was as good to do this. Although my art's pretty good, but I
Almost like
illustrate my stuff because I'm doing everything. I do all the colors too. I just kind of like do it all at once. So one day I hope to actually have one of these for Do Good. But yeah, dude, really good. You guys need to check it out.
Would you
Chrome
say it
Dog,
looks like
man.
it looks very like Spidey Noir,
dude. Justin and Luke, man. Justin Sweet and Luke Stone, guys. honestly, just thank you for sending that. By the way, they gave me a bunch, so I might give these away at the Chattanooga Comic Con. They gave me a bunch, like a bunch. So I think I'm gonna give a couple of. I'm gonna keep this one.
The Chattanooga Comic Con is coming up again this year.
Yeah, Chattanooga Comic Con will be September. I might give these away at that Chattanooga Comic Con because I want people to find out about it. Because seriously, man, seriously. Yeah,
Serio, güey.
Yeah. I have an announcement though.
What you got?
So I'm almost done with
announcement.
I'm almost done with Silence Do Good. I'm almost done with Silence Do Good. But I am now going to be, after I'm done with Silence Do Good.
I have the skinny one. I want the big one. Ooh, was that your new cover?
No. So this series is called The People's Republic. And there's like a couple of the books. I do the covers.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The new cover art that you did.
I do the cover art for these books.
Yes.
And we're doing a graphic novel version of this series called People's Republic. And I will be the artist on that. And that's going to come after Silence Do Good. That's going to be a post-apocalyptic Mad Max meets Ken Burns Civil War kind of thing.
It's Mad Max meets Civil War, not like modern. Oh
no, modern. It's like
Garland's
Fallout meets Mad Max meets a post-apocalyptic Civil War America.
Got it.
I am the cover model on this, by the way.
Are you?
And the cover artist.
Are you? You know what a flag upside down means?
Distress and worry and come help because things are foobar.
People get so fucking bitchy and they don't understand flags. Like there was a whole thing about like flags were a thing years before you ever fucking existed, and they meant things, and people are like, oh, you find a flag upside down, oh man, you should be fucking shot. It's like, you should fucking probably understand what flags mean.
Simply Green asked the gun model. The gun model was an M4 clone.
Ooh, an M4
that was rocking an EOTech with a magnifier and a Surefire flashlight.
I love how you're like it was modeled with and this.
So an M4, it was an M4 clone though.
With the little dog though.
Unfortunately, bro, a 14.5-inch barrel because you know the ATF laws as well as I do. And I never want them knocking on my door.
It can't be shorter? Is that what the deal is?
Yeah, you have to have 14.5 inches or longer because, well, it is 14.5 inches, and then you need to have your muzzle device has to be 1.5 inches, and it needs to be pinned.
I'm going to need to know
and welded to the barrel so that the barrel becomes a fixed 16-inch barrel. And it's very unfortunate that you have to do that because the ATF is criminal, and
Okay. I'm gonna learn these things. I'm going to a constitutional.
Yeah, so like anytime you want a rifle, the barrel has to be at least 14.5 inches, and if it's 14.5 inches, your muzzle device must be 1.5 inches pinned and welded to the barrel.
Got it.
Can't be detached because it has to measure 16 inches. Yep. Otherwise, you are in violation unless you get a special license to have that firearm.
This sums it up. Yeah. ATF is asshole.
Asshole.
If you were watching Big Trouble in Little China, ATF is asshole.
Oh, no. Even better.
Big Trouble in Little China. Even better what?
No, I'm looking it up right now.
The ATF can come get my guns. No. What are they going to do?
The greatest video.
A gun. A meme is so good.
Of all time, guys.
It's so great.
Hold on.
Of all time. Hold on. He's got it, guys.
Damn it.
Share the right screen. Make sure you figure it out. This guy. Sorry, guys.
I never figure anything
I'm just going to sit here as a German Shepherd with a Hitler mustache.
I can't believe it's this long.
I need to be like, I need to be packing. I need to be like, not doing. Wait, what's going on? Okay. God, I gotta. Oh my God.
We're gonna do it.
ATF should be a nightclub, not an agency.
We're gonna do it. We're doing it live.
Oh man, Uncapped, you're so good.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it. Fuck it. We're doing it live. God, we used to yell that in the office all the time.
Calling this the Chinese virus. Why do you keep using this? A lot of people say it's racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China.
China is asshole.
China is asshole. China is asshole.
China is asshole.
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole. Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole. Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole. Donald Trump, don't trust China.
China. So what do you mean about China? I'm not China. Big wig. China.
What are we watching?
I'm not China.
China is asshole. Oh, China is asshole. Oh, China is asshole. Oh, China is asshole. Oh, Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole. Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is
What are we doing?
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole. Donald Trump,
Oh, bring back the early YouTube days. Come on.
So good.
China is asshole. China is asshole. Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole.
Oh my god.
Donald Trump, don't trust
Make it
China.
stop.
China is asshole.
Make it stop. I can't believe I survived for 1 minute.
Oh
and
my
55
gosh, I don't
seconds.
care, man.
China is asshole. Okay.
Don't you remember that guy in Hong Kong? You don't remember that guy in Hong Kong?
No, I don't remember that.
What?
What I do remember is the video that he was using, the Gangnam Style video.
Yeah, but you don't remember the guy in Hong Kong? He was protesting China.
No. I it's not like popping off. Like I saw the clip and I'm like, China is ass. I'm like, it's just like,
how did you never see that?
Because I work for the fucking liberal media. What are you talking about?
Oh my! You never saw the original.
I've seen a lot of shit.
All right. Do you want to see it?
But I'd never seen that.
Oh, I mean, it's 4-year-old video. Do you guys want to see it?
It's hysterical. I feel like I've seen the meme, but I have never seen the original.
You gotta watch.
This is like, is this making me a fucking old guy or something? Like, I don't even know.
No, I mean, it's like no.
It does. It does make me an old guy. It does make me an old guy.
But here's the thing. This is why our conversations.
I've also seen parts of the internet that most people have never seen, but at the same time, let's check it out.
Yeah, we should watch it. But
China
I mean,
is asshole.
China's asshole. All right.
Is it in Hong Kong? Is it gotta be
Hong Kong during the Hong Kong protest?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. China's asshole. It's so
No more to stand with China. We need independence.
Yep. And what's your message to? Have you seen Donald Trump? Do you think he should step in?
Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole.
Oh,
that was his direct quote. Donald Trump, don't trust China. China is asshole.
That guy is a patriot.
Dude, speaking of
Uncapped Turtle says, sadly, that's Baseman is most. I hope not. We hope not. We hope that he was like many Chinese Christians was able to escape, even though our current resident in chief only wants to make money by make money from China.
Hong Kong. China was not fucking friendly to Hong Kong and those who were anti.
China is asshole.
China is asshole.
Come on, man.
Shout out to nakedwines.com for supplying.
Communism in China has murdered, I think, more people than even Stalin did, dude. Like everyone's like, oh, the bad guy from WW2 with the funny mustache. He murdered a lot of people. Yeah, Stalin more and Mao even more.
So many. And they continue to, pardon my mic presence, they continue to just not to mention the Uyghur people and whatnot. Like,
oh yeah,
they oppress so many people, slave labor and murder and a genocide and oppression and like it's unreal. Like still to this day, it's not like it just stopped. Like it keeps going and it keeps going.
I will just say to all my friends out there, find religion, find God, and then when China does invade, who cares? Go out in a blaze of glory.
I mean, I feel like the blaze of glory is solid regardless of what side of the cloth you're on.
No, true, but I'm just saying, like, if you do, you know, like, hey, look, China is asshole.
Dude, China is well, yeah. China's manipulating our economy right now, and that's fucking ridiculous. Let me let you in on a little piece of information. So my little brother.
There's a reason why we dropped the bomb, Amoeba. There's a reason.
Oh my god! Stop what you're doing right now. My little brother, one of my two little brothers, they're fucking incredible dudes. God, I love them so much. They're so much better people than I am.
And so much taller than you too.
So much taller. Well, that's what happens when you do like drugs and drink alcohol when you're 13 years old. Like a fucking
no, it's
idiot.
hilarious. I met his two brothers. They're much taller than.
Oh my god, they're so. It's like they would.
Savage. Sorry,
they would be like out of the picture, and they're like, oh hey, what are we doing? What are we doing here? But nonetheless, one of them
and
is
they
currently
wait,
working.
Quick. They help you with the beard balming and the accent.
Well, the Larson, they're the Larson brothers, man.
Exactly.
I mean, these guys
the
are.
Three trees represent you guys, except you're one of the trees on the other side, not the tall one.
It wouldn't be. Yeah, I'm the shortest of the.
Or you're in the middle, and they're very far behind.
They're very far behind. No, I'm the shortest of the trees, but. They are the Larson Bros. They were the inspiration for the whole movement in the first place. But one of them works on. He currently he moved from Oregon to come down to California because he got some really good work because there's a Chinese company that apparently bought something like 300,000 acres of land that they now hold. Across from the backside of the Napa Valley, all north into Lake County and these other counties that are in Northern California that are prime agricultural areas. And what they've done is they leased out these 100 and these 1,000-acre lots to various people under like 100-year leases. Oh. And it's basically China is just eating our money. They're just eating it. They buy up this property and then they release it to American companies to come in, and they're like, oh, well, I'm going to plant a vineyard and I'm going to make a ton of money. And when I'm going to do it, it's like, yeah, but the whole time they're fucking paying China to even be there in the first place. My brother is the one who's personally, because he's fucking super sharp and whatnot, he's running this team of like excavators and bulldozers and big trucks to fucking like a road. They had to grade a road like 8 miles or 11 miles like into this area because the whole thing is so big, just to the 100 acres that they need to work on. So they had to get all the equipment there by grading the road to there, and then they have to do everything necessary with the equipment to get the whole area ready to be vineyards and then a winery and then all this stuff. But all of the fucking money in the end, even though there's like 6 boys from Northern California and Oregon, and he said he's even working with a dude that I went to high school with. He was like, oh my God, I said your name. And he was like, oh my God, I fucking know that guy. I was like, holy shit, is that fucking one of those dudes? Oh, I totally remember that guy. Like, even though the money's going back to like some of the guys working, the big money is all going to China right now because they've come in and they bought so much fucking land and property. It's absurd. And this is not even my realm of like what I should even be talking about or giving a shit about, because I'm moving to fucking Iowa. But at the same time, I bet China owns a huge fucking chunk of land in Iowa, and they're making a whole lot of money on a bunch of fucking American corn growers.
So what you're saying is China is asshole.
China is asshole.
Donald Trump, don't touch China.
Don't touch China.
Is asshole.
China is asshole.
So we're at the Salty and Savage show. We're not fans of the communist regime. I mean, Biden is employed by. So basically, what you're saying is we're not a fan of Biden's main employer, Communist China.
I don't know. At this
Yeah,
point, it feels like
I said it.
I said it. I
at this
said
point,
it.
it feels like Ukraine is our employer, and they're like, "Hey, can we just like?"
Oh no. It is China, and then Ukraine. I don't know what. That's that's the laundromat. That's the laundromat where all the politicians go.
Thank you. Okay,
to wash their money.
Yeah. Because
Their
they don't have
Dirty
Bosnia anymore.
Yeah, Bosnia's gone.
They don't have Somalia anymore. They can't do that.
Can't really do it. Can't like Afghanistan's kind of a no-go zone anymore. Can't get the opium
Can't
money
wash that
from
money
there,
over
you know?
there. Can't wash that money.
Yeah, no, it's the laundromat. It's like, oh, we got dirty money. We got to go to the laundromat.
Ukraine probably is small fry. Probably small fry.
No, it's the laundromat.
It's
where
where
you go. It's where you go to do
the ammunition money and all.
It's
the
like
stuff
Eye Patch McCain. Eye Patch
speaking of-
McCain gets loads of dirty dollar bills, and he's like, I gotta go to the laundromat.
Speaking
so then
of-
he goes over to the Ukraine, and I say the Ukraine because literally we were calling it that for like ever. So it's the Ukraine. And then so Eye Patch McCain, Dan Crenshaw, he goes over and he takes all his dirty money and he cleans it, and he's like, look, I got clean money. And then we all then we can understand. Oh, that's how you made so much money, even though you only make $170,000 a year. Eye Patch McCain. That's how you make all your money. Oh, okay. Oh, and then he's like, but I was a Navy SEAL, and it's like, but you're also a midget. You're also a midget.
It reminds me of
Lord
of War when like he goes over to like the small country and he's like, we just need to like make all this ammunition disappear. And they're like, oh, we don't think this is very good. And he's like, are you sure? Because the ammunition's not even on the plane anymore. And he's like, what do you mean? And he's like, I don't know what I mean. What do you mean? It's been nice to talk to you. Have a nice day. And he's like, and they're like, yeah.
Oh, so speaking of Nic Cage doing Spider-Man Noir, but also
Nic
after
Cage, the
Spider-Man
Lord of
Noir,
War.
Guess what's coming after Spider-Man Noir?
Is Spider-Man War
Lord of War 2.
No. Oh
yeah.
It may as well.
Lord of War 2.
It's not the same guy though. Didn't that guy die or something?
I don't know. They're doing a Lord of War 2. Check out the IMDb.
Are they?
They are.
That guy, because it was these two brothers that did it, and his brother got killed. His brother was played by what's his name? Fucking Pretty Boy Floyd. That they use Jared Leto, that they use for everything gay.
Pretty Boy Floyd is Jared. All right. Oh, dude, you made me just think of when I was dating my wife before we got married, she took me to what was his band? Mars something Mars?
Mars Volt.
Mars
no,
Volta.
30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars. So I went to a 30 Seconds to Mars concert, and I never would have done that. But my wife was really hot and still is, actually. She's actually hotter now than she was then. And that's
Isn't that the best part?
And she was like, me and my sister are going to go to a 30 Seconds to Mars concert. And I was like, ew. But also, I love you. So, yeah, let's go, man. And I've got to say, I had a good time. It was no Morrissey at the Greek. But it was still fun. It was still fun.
You would Morrissey at the Greek.
I would go more.
Or
Echo Bunnyman at the
that was the one
at the House of Blues.
The one thing in music that separated us was Morrissey. I was
That's
like,
right, baby. Morrissey recently was photographed with Mel Gibson.
Fucking great for him. Like, what does that even mean? Like that sounds like a salacious headline. Morrissey.
I get a text message from my wife. She says,
Mel Gibson.
"Please call him by his real name, Jordan Catalano."
Oh my god, Jordan Catalano.
Oh man,
it's pretty good.
No, Morrissey took a picture with I think it's the most base picture.
I don't understand why or how that is even like what.
Well, you know, Morrissey's kind of base now. Dude.
Could I squint even more? I'm like, speaking of China. Oh my god, did I just say that? I'm so fucking Gen X.
What?
Yeah, nothing.
What did you say?
Never mind.
Oh, it wasn't just Morrissey and Mel Gibson. It was Morrissey, Mel. Oh, we gotta look at this. Wait, hold on. Can I do this screen? Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's share this. Let's share this with everyone. Does everyone know who Morrissey is? Because Morrissey is one of the greatest musicians of all time.
If they don't get fucked, but yeah, like, oh my god,
Tom Jones, Mel Gibson, and Morrissey.
How is Tom Jones that? Well, he's been in Vegas for the last fucking 45 years, so I guess that makes sense. Holy shit!
Morrissey is actually getting super bass. Me and my wife went to a Morrissey
looks
concert.
Great.
He looks super good. We went to a Morrissey concert. He totally talked shit about the governor of California and the mayor of Los Angeles.
What the fuck does he care? He's fucking Morrissey.
He lives in Hollywood, bro.
Does he?
Of course he cares, man.
Get out of Hollywood. Go back to fucking England, Dick Thor.
And he's like, he's made a song where he sings England for the English. He's kind of bass, bro. He's kind of bass. And so, he's hanging out with, raging alcoholic Mel Gibson and Tom, and I dig it. I dig it, man.
Rabid anti-dentite Mel Gibson.
Well, I think here's the thing. No one should make generalizations because
he's a rabid anti-dentite.
You should never judge an entire people on the actions of a few. Okay?
No,
you shouldn't. That's actually very bad to do.
No.
But if we're talking about just in Hollywood,
who's Justin?
No,
why is he in Hollywood?
Just the people in Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Don Rickles joke.
Like Harvey Weinstein.
So what?
Harvey Weinstein?
All right. So first of all, why do I care about this picture?
Because it's freaking awesome. It's freaking Morrissey, Mel Gibson, and Tom Jones. That's freaking awesome.
All right, it's interesting.
I like it.
It's interesting. I think Morrissey is. I don't love Morrissey as much as you do, and I think
I love Morrissey.
I'm not gonna lie though. I think it's fucking super odd that he got a photo with Mel Gibson and Tom Jones. Like there have been times.
What I love about America, only in America would
there have been times
that guy and that guy and that guy be hanging out somewhere and be like,
exactly,
yeah, let's take a picture, dude. And what I find is Morrissey's wearing a cross now. So is Morrissey Catholic too? What's going on, Morrissey?
Is he though?
I don't know. I love Morrissey, man. Sorry, everyone. And as the viewership drops when I talk about my love, so one of the
out there.
This is how much I loved Morrissey.
A lot of Morrissey fans.
My wife messaged me on Facebook one day when we were in our 30s, and she was like, "Hey, what's up, buddy?" From high school.
Hey, buddy.
I was listening to the Smiths on the radio, and I thought of you, and I thought I'd message you. And then I clicked on her picture and was like, "Oh my gosh, she's hot, and she remembers that I love Morrissey. I must contact her." And then 5 months later, I married her.
Yay! Wow, it was a whirlwind, wasn't it? I do remember you coming
right? Because I was single and then I wasn't,
and being like, "Here's this awesome person," and I was like, "Yeah," and then you were like, "Here's my wife," and I was like. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I was all like hanging out in a bar in an undisclosed location in San Fernando Valley, working in Hollywood, being super cool executive.
The best movies. Not to mention the best movies or stories in the world come from an undisclosed bar location in the San Fernando Valley. Like 100 fucking %.
People are like, "Where's the San Fernando Valley?" Oh, let me tell you.
Just Hollywood north
of Hollywood,
like right there's a hill and there's a not Hollywood North, which is British Columbia, but
it's where all the adult movies used to be made.
Oh my god, the best movies,
where people get naked and there's no plot, but just
those things are terrible. I can't watch them for any more than like 2 or 3 minutes. I mean, they're so bad. I mean, the story, come on.
Oh, man. Did we lose the entire chat because I talked about
we probably lost Amoeba. Amoeba is the only one who's just like, I am holding the chat together.
Oh,
holding
man.
the chat. Uncapped is still here. Oh my god.
Uncapped.
These guys are so
and the best
good.
wrestlers come from the parts unknown. And the best wrestlers are
parts unknown.
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Hey,
thank you very much.
I come from actually a super interesting pedigree of old school wrestling because my father was a part in LA.
My father.
I say that because I respect the man because he's fucking twice the man I will ever be. My father, when he was living in the LA area, Jesus Christ.
And we thank you, Bunga Hooch. We thank you. We're still here for some reason too. I don't know why we're still here either.
When he was living in the LA area, early in his life, he was a beast of a man, 6'4", 275 pounds, just like an absolute beast. And so he got kind of like dragged into, there were people who kind of dragged him into the traveling wrestling scene. But he didn't want to like be a performer or anything. Like, he's like, that's not my thing, but he's good with the gift of gab and all that stuff. So he kind of became a promoter for some of these guys. And at the Olympic Coliseum in Los Angeles, he used to do stuff back in the day. And I found when I was a kid in one of my dad's offices, it was my dad's old office, and I had slept in it at one point. And I had this bed, and next to the computer, our like first computer, an old 486, he had this old stash of letters, and one of them was from Big John Studd. And if you're like a fan of old school wrestling or wrestling at all, like, you know who fucking Big John Studd is. And it was like John Wilkinson or whatever the fuck his name was. And he was like, "Hey, Ted," because my dad went by Ted. He's like, "Thanks so much." Because my dad, basically, he was this beast of a man. He would love to go out and fucking hang out at the various Tim's Talk, what up? But he would love to go out and hang out at the various like saloons and the things that like the big shots would hang out at. And he ran into this bouncer who was like the only guy he had ever like walked up to who was like, "Holy shit, this guy's like just as big as me." He was like, "Hey," he was like, "You should be." He was like, "You should be part of this wrestling like thing." And the guy was like, okay. Like, what do you mean? He was like, "No, I'm seriously, like, I'm with these guys. Like, I know Classy Freddie Blassie. I know," he knew Peter Maivia, The Rock's grandfather. I have a photo of my father with The Rock's grandfather and Classy Freddie Blassie and a bunch of their old school wrestlers and like dudes that used to hang out in Hollywood. And so he introduced this bouncer like to a promoter who worked for the wrestling organization, which was like traveling, whatever the fuck it was at the time, that eventually turned to the WWF. And all of a sudden, this guy Big John Studd was like, "Hey, thanks, Ted. Like, they really picked me up. They really like my vibe and they like what I'm doing. And I read this letter, and it's fucking Big John Studd." And he's like, "Nice. Thanks so much. I did like, we're going to Tennessee tomorrow. Then we're going to do this, and then we're off to Kentucky, and then we'll probably head down, to Louisiana. There's like a great festival there. We're going to do wrestling here, but I really appreciate you hooking me up." So my dad literally ran into Big John Studd as a bouncer at some fucking bar somewhere and was like, "You should join and he became a professional fucking wrestler because of it.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Tim Talks asks, "Did you watch X-Men 97? No, bro, but I hear really good things and I need to watch it.
I watched X-Men
good
in 97.
I know. I watched X-Men Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning from about 94 to 97. I know, a little earlier though, to 92.
That
right?
Intro, dude, it was just like that Batman intro for me. It had that same reaction. You're just like, yeah.
But I gotta quote the Baron was laughing because I said
the Baron
father. And if you want to know what this joke is, because the Baron is a close personal friend of the show, let's watch a really funny video real quick.
Oh.
Plaza Hotel reservations, may I help you?
Howdy do. This is Peter McAllister, the father.
Yes, sir.
So anytime I hear someone say father, I immediately repeat the father, just because of
Home Alone 2
movie.
Macaulay, Uncapped called it. Yep. He's like, the father.
I can't. Every time someone says father, I'm all the father. And it's because of which I will argue till the day that I die that Home Alone 2 is a better movie than the Home Alone 1. And if you disagree,
oh my God, did he just say that?
I did.
Dude, what?
Did.
So hold on. Home Alone.
Home Alone 2
2
is better than Home Alone
is
1.
better
Yep.
than Home Alone.
Don't care.
Well,
Who disagrees? If you disagree, I'm sorry. You should move to China or Canada. It's the same country.
I can't believe you just said that out loud. Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie, though. I have rewatched Home Alone the last 2 Christmases because there are certain movies
You
that
have
it's
to
like-
watch Home Alone and Home Alone 2
There are certain
every
movies-
Christmas, and if you don't, you're a communist.
There are certain movies that you gotta watch, and I was like, God, this movie really was like, I feel like they cut out like 3 or 4 scenes that would have made this movie just that much better, because there's so many good actors and there's so many good moments, but I feel like there's a disconnect between certain moments because you're going back and forth. You're mostly, at the house, but I feel like there's a disconnect. But nonetheless, I need to rewatch number 2. I feel like
It's better than 1.
I feel like this
Better than
next
1.
season, I need to go, you know what? Let's get deep. Let's go number 2 and definitely never number 3.
I think, okay, so we're going to do, for our December episode, we're doing a top 5 best Christmas movies of all time. And every week in December, we're going to do a top 5 action Christmas movie, a top 5 romantic comedy Christmas movie, and
action.
Yeah.
And then overall.
Overall.
And then the top 5 of the top
and
5.
then a top 5 overall Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And I will
definitely.
tell you, Home Alone 1 will not make that top 5 of the
I will
all
tell you.
time, but Home Alone 2 will, because it's better.
I don't know. We'll see.
We will wait until that happens. But Die Hard, yes, it is a Christmas movie. I don't care if the director disagrees. The director
I don't
is
know,
wrong,
Hans.
and
I don't
also
know,
probably
Hans.
a communist. Okay,
I don't
Die
know,
Hard is a
Hans.
Christmas movie, and it's my favorite Christmas.
If it's gonna be on Christmas, it's gonna be a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Okay. Alan Rickman is also in one of my favorite
Rickman.
Christmas movies, and I'm really mad at my
Is
wife
it Harry Potter?
for making me love this Christmas movie, but Love Actually is actually pretty good.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm sorry. My wife has convinced
no,
me
no.
after 10 years that Love Actually is a good Christmas movie.
I am the guy who has still not seen Love Actually. I have it on Blu-ray. We talked about it. We were supposed to watch it just 5 months ago. We were supposed to watch it over Christmas. It's on Blu-ray. It was sitting next to the PlayStation 4, but we didn't watch it. And I have since packed it up and I put it in a special spot so that as soon as we opened up a box when we got to the new place, there would be a Blu-ray of Love Actually, so I could make sure to pick it up and go, this goes right here so that I can make sure to watch it next Christmas.
Definitely not on any top 5 list. Not on any top 5 list.
Everybody says it's the greatest fucking Christmas movie
it's not.
ever.
It's not the greatest.
It's
good. It's entertaining, and I love Alan
It's
Rickman.
number 5 on the top 5.
His character is very disappointing.
Probably.
His character is very disappointing, but I do like. I like watching the movie.
Your
with my
character
wife.
is very disappointing.
But even better than Love Actually is New Year's, and I'm sorry, it's only because of Michelle Pfeiffer and
Is it
Zac
the-
Efron. I love Michelle Pfeiffer
Was
and Zac
Jack
Efron
Black
on
in
New
that
Year's.
one?
New Year's Eve.
Oh no, wait, that was
Zac Efron and Michelle
that was
Pfeiffer.
the series of movies that it was like Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve.
Gary Marshall movies. They're Gary Marshall movies, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the very end of the Gary Marshall movies. It's rough for me to get into. Like, sure,
Cap
they
says,
were-
Morrissey and Love Actually, can you ask your wife to get your balls out of her purse? I'm going to tell you something.
eyeballs.
She brings me cocktails and makes me sandwiches. So you tell me where those balls are, bro.
And also tells you what to fucking do, motherfucker. Settle down. What? No.
My wife is texting me, you hated Love Actually. I like watching it with my wife.
I liked it though.
Okay? I don't like the movie.
No,
but I'm sorry, guys. I
There
like
is a-
watching
there's a
gay
big
movies
difference.
with my wife. Okay? I
There's a
like
big
watching
difference.
gay movies with my wife.
Is there a thing about guys who like watching films where they know their girl will cry and they can be like, I don't know, absorb that. Oh my God, this guy. I feel like there might be a thing. There might be a thing where guys, where there's like an element of like, well, I mean, if she gets really emotional, like maybe I'll get some later. I don't know. I mean, who knows?
Well, if you're married and you're doing everything right, you get what you need to get every day of the week.
Dude, I will fucking cry at anything.
No, I will tell you, I don't cry at a lot, but Up,
and I will
cannot watch Up. I will cry at Up. I don't care. F you, call me whatever you want. That, like, I watch a lot of movies. And I'm like, this is dumb, whatever. Up, I can't watch it. I can't because I don't want to cry. Because
I mean, I will. I can.
You get to that part where they're playing the music, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. Can't do it.
Like, I could chop a man's fucking head off, but absolutely not. Once you bring on like a sad dog video, like, it's not happening. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I just died. It sucks.
Watch a sad dog video, and I'm like, oh, who treated the dog bad? I will kill you. I will destroy you. I will Minecraft you.
That's where the axe comes in.
Up, I'm sorry, I can't do Up.
Throat chop.
I can't do it. The whole little like scene where like they're doing their whole marriage.
Oh my God,
they had a miscarriage, and then
I didn't watch Up for years.
Cannot do it.
And I was like, oh, Up, like I guess I understand what's going on. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, now I understand why everyone's like the first 5 minutes are fucking brutal.
Because if my wife goes early, I'm Ed Asner's character.
Ugh.
But I'm punching that little fat Asian in the face.
Dude,
okay, that's gonna be me.
Shut up, kid.
And I told my wife, if you leave early, I'm smoking cigarettes again.
God damn it.
I am smoking cigarettes.
I'm coming to meet you earlier.
Remember when I used to smoke cigarettes? I used to be like this. And then I started dating my wife and I quit smoking cigarettes. If, God forbid, if she goes early, I'm smoking. I'm going to smoke copious amounts of cigarettes.
Forbid. God. Yeah, no. Ew. But also, all right. Okay.
There's something wrong with Uncapped Turtle. Is a thing. That's why I'm watching 8mm with my bro.
Oh my God.
He brings it back to Nic Cage, though. He brings it right back to Nic Cage. This is why I've got to have. We might need to do Salty Savage and Uncapped. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Because he's like just with us. We got to have him on the show. We got to have him on the show.
We might.
Brings it right back to Nic Cage. And please, guys, we're nearing the end. We're almost to 3 hours. Please like and subscribe.
I gotta I gotta pack up. I gotta like leave.
Like and subscribe, and share it with your friends. We try to be funny. We're a little gay here, and we love Morrissey, or just I do.
It's just him. It's not
How do you not love Morrissey, man? How do you not love Morrissey?
Dude, the music, the music I like is, all over the place. So
I like the metal.
I like some of that, but there's also a lot of other stuff that I like. I get
like and subscribe and share.
It's only 15 likes.
Heartstorm is yelling at you right now. In all caps, she's yelling at you. She's saying, people,
take your fucking, take your beard brush and then brush your beard and then fucking smash that fucking like button, motherfuckers. Come on.
Amoeba Artstorm is one of the greatest human beings.
Get out of here.
We should have her on as a guest because she's hilarious, by the way. She is
absolutely. Fucking you're goddamn right. What? All right, what? Are you ready to do this?
No, hold on.
I mean, I've celebrated our 10th episode with a bottle of champagne.
It's Peter McAllister, the father.
Yes, sir.
The father.
Man, that's funny, dude.
The father.
The father.
You live here? Yes. Well, maybe you know what a zombie is. When a person dies and is buried,
Seems there's certain voodoo priests who have the power to bring him back to life.
Horrible.
It's worse than horrible because a zombie has no will of his own. You see them sometimes walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring.
You mean like Democrats?
Oh, you mean like Democrats?
All right.
Bob Hope, ladies and gentlemen.
National treasure. I will tell you,
Bob Hope.
We used to go to his house during Halloween because he lived in Toluca Lake, and he would give out full size.
Dope.
He would give out full-size candy bars, sometimes two.
The back of his house opens up onto the Toluca Lake golf course.
Yeah.
It's fucking gangster.
And my dad's best friend growing up
my
redesigned his house because he was an architect. And
just realized I need to go to my favorite Mexican restaurant before I leave.
Ernie's Tacos.
Don Cuco's.
Don Cuco's in Toluca Lake? Yes. Oh, my wife loves Don Cuco's.
Oh my God. I just remembered right now we have to go. We've been going to Katsuya. I have to go to Don Cuco's.
You got to go to Don Cuco's.
I want to go to Don Cuco's.
But you also got to go. Wait, Don Cuco's or Ernie's Tacos?
No, Ernie's is great, but I have to go to Don Cuco's.
Yeah, you gotta go
that place is my jam. That place is my jam.
Are you going to go to the one in Simi Valley or the one in Toluca Lake?
No, the one in Toluca Lake with the little roofs on the inside.
Right by the old Disney Channel building where I used to work.
The hotel that's right next to Don Cuco's, it's all like painted orange. They use it for every show that's like, oh, we're in Miami. And you should
be able to kick people out. You should be able to kick people in the dick over the internet. And that would be that.
Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell. But you can't say Taco Bell in the same breath as Don Cuco's.
You can't. I'm such a whore for Taco Bell, but at the same time, if I'm gonna get some fucking Don Cuco's, oof, dude.
But F you, Taco Bell, because you took away the best taco that you've ever had in your entire existence, which was the double-decker taco.
They took it away?
They took it away. I gotta make it at home.
That's horse shit. That was one of their best. I still get the cheesy gordita crunch, but the double-decker taco was one of the best things they ever made.
No, the double-decker taco is the best thing they ever made. And F you, because you took it away. I hate you.
Also, National Treasure. Right back to Nic Cage.
Bro, National Treasure. Everyone,
my favorite
I will be honest.
movies.
When people are like, "Oh, Silence Dogood," you mean like National Treasure? And I'm like, "Oh my."
I know you hate that. I know you fucking hate it.
I love that movie though.
But
do
it's
love
so
that
good.
movie.
It's such a great movie. It's
but
it's easy.
I will say I came up with the idea for Silence Dogood, my comic book, which eventually I'd like to make an animated series. It started out as an animated series. I actually came up with this idea well before that movie.
I would love to do
I
a
love
voice
American
on it.
history and Benjamin Franklin.
Hey, did you read the thing recently? Today I learned Benjamin Franklin took air baths where he would just get naked and just walk around for like a couple hours in his house, like just to cleanse.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's this thing. I was like, hey,
something I like to do.
Hey, good for you, bro. Nice.
It's something
I
like to do.
He's like, oh, I'm just not gonna mention it, but I'm super smarter than like most you fucking dullards. I'm just gonna air bath it real quick. And they're like, I think he's just a nudist. And they're like, no, it's air baths. No, I'm pretty sure
it's good and healthy. It's good and
pretty
healthy.
sure he's just a nudist.
Let your junk breathe. Let your junk breathe.
You should let your junk breathe, though.
Yeah, you should.
Even if it's a couple minutes, just let it breathe.
No. Maybe for
we'll let somebody else breathe on it because that's the best part.
Ooh, that is.
Oh,
only if they're your wife or husband.
Or
I will be pro monogamy.
Consensual partner.
I will be pro monogamy on this show.
All right. You can do whatever the fuck you want on this goddamn show. It's your fucking show. Fucking Salty and Savage, motherfucker.
It's our show. All right. We're calling it, guys.
Let's do it.
We love you. Thank you, chat, for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Eric July and Daily Wire are friggin' grifters. Help us beat them one day so that we can promote you. Because we will. Because we will.
Grifters. We do appreciate y'all. Chat. You've been fucking stellar. Yeah, let's promote more of you in the future. Go ahead and keep coming back, and we'll keep fucking doing it.
We will.
Let's fucking do this. Hey, thanks, buddy.
Always. Love you,
Really
dude.
fucking good chatting with you. I'll talk to you again.
Next week we will not be here, but we will be back in 2 weeks because Savage is moving to Iowa. So
2 weeks. Yeah. We're hoping 2 weeks. We'll let you know either way.
We'll let you know.
All right. Love y'all.
Thank you all.